Buttertown family. Phone like flags in the night. Upstrokes, cut, kick, drum tight. Horns bite. We roast our own, then we toast our own. If you're kind, come in, make this house your home. Spill blood, spill drinks. We learn, we leg, push back, pull close. We bend, don't break. Buttertown, head to head, we got your back. We make our stand. Laugh at the pain, rise with the band. Brothers, sisters, all the fam. Buttertown, doors are wide, open mind. So come inside, clap on two, stomp on four. This is what the song is for. This is what the song is for. Buttertown, forever, together, together. Grab a drink, pull up a seat. Welcome to Buttertown. Buttertown, forever, together, together. Grab a drink, pull up a seat. Welcome to Buttertown.
This is a first for Buttertown.
A first of many.
Many?
It could be.
Oh, that'd be nice.
What is it a first of?
It's a first of starting as late as we are. Typically, we start a little bit earlier.
Oh, man, it is really late.
I know.
I got to go to bed soon.
I'm so tired.
I need a glass of warm milk.
It's a first that you don't have a drink. I think every episode you've had something to drink.
Or I pretended to have a drink.
Or
This is
pretended.
the only time I won't even pretend to have a drink.
Oh, that's very ostentatious of
I will
you.
go through this. It'll no longer be a podcast. It'll be an ordeal.
It'll be an event.
Me versus my thirst
Oh, how long can you go?
all night.
Dude, how long can you go without peeing?
So when I was younger, I could go pee. I could go forever.
Right?
But I think like once I had a surgery that required a catheter, and that just fucking fucks up everything.
Get that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Were you the one who told me that? Or someone else told me it's like constant then. It's like dribbling and.
I would say it's constant, but like it can dribble, which is kind of weird.
That sucks.
But then again, like when they pulled the catheter out, I swear to God, it was like they were trying to pull start a lawnmower. At least that's what it felt like.
Did
I was
they
the
check
lawnmower.
the oil at least?
They did. I was dry.
So in case you could hear that in the background, it is a first for Buttertown to have an audience.
An audience of one.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Oh God, we got guys.
We don't know how to talk to girls, so we're going to ignore her the whole podcast.
I'm going to show you how I can break a stick.
Oh man, I could break a stick so big.
Oh yeah.
So when I was a young man, and I didn't know what to do, I really liked girls, right? I liked girls, but I didn't know what to do about it. So I thought, like, you know, I was I'd say probably 12 or 13 years old. I thought for sure they would be very impressed with my ability to break large sticks. So like at every opportunity, if I saw a stick, I'd be like, I'm going to walk over to that stick and I'm going to break that stick. And then I'd break it. And then I would like look at the girl that I liked. Yes, that's exactly what happened. And what the fuck is wrong with that kid?
See, this is why I thought we have the mic ready to go. Okay. I mean, you're not going to be intruding. It's not dick measuring time because that inch has been solved.
Yep. But if there was an inch, that would fit both of us.
Oh, it's like one of those Chinese finger traps.
Yeah. Like the fingers. Anyway.
So what have you been up to this week? What's been going on?
It's work. Work's been going on.
Yeah.
I had some drawings go out the door for a permit issue, which was really, really nice to be done.
A permit issue?
Permit issue is like when that's like your pencil's down and you're done designing a building. Big one's done.
Is that like, I mean, you've been working really hard. Like when I talk to you, you're like, I can't talk, you know?
Yeah. And that was all leading up to the permit issue.
Okay.
And we got done with it last Friday and it got issued yesterday.
Dude, that's awesome.
To the city. And so it's done. And then what happens after that is you have like addendums, which are like any sort of changes that occurred during the bidding process.
Yeah, right.
So that's going to go off for like the next month or so. And then it'll be done.
A month?
Yeah, in about a month.
Okay,
Like,
that's actually
but yeah, like as far as
pretty doable.
like super busy stuff, all
Yeah.
that's done.
nice.
Yeah, so I'm actually transferring over to other buildings now.
Oh, like is it just immediate?
Kind of. Yeah, because we got a lot of work.
That's cool, man.
It is cool. We have one that's local, one that's over on the East Coast. So we got one in North Carolina.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I'm not going to say where, but
Yeah, well, of course.
yeah, it'll be neat. And I am a designer now.
That's so cool. I'm so fucking happy for you,
They're
man.
bringing me on as I'll be a designer and doing production, but like I'm going to be a designer on these now.
Oh my God. I'm so happy.
Yeah, these are going to be cool.
It's like,
There will be a building in North Carolina that looks like something that I did. That'll be mine. I did that. It'll be like the famous building that looks like a wiener.
yeah.
There's famous wiener buildings.
Are there really?
There's famous.
complete with
so yeah.
walls in?
There's buildings that are notorious for being wiener buildings. All your towers are wieners.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then
yeah.
there's the vagina buildings too.
Are there really?
Yep. Your towers and caves.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Tower. Like what's the vulva?
Stadiums would be the JJs.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, this is like one of those things where it's like supposed to be psychology.
Well, yeah,
but
of course. I
Yeah,
mean,
but your caves,
everything harks back to
anything where you're going to go into a thing.
like a concave.
Yeah, it would be like concave, but like any sort of like vessel of people. It was usually vaginal in nature.
Well, that's an interesting say. So,
but if you go in,
it's not just the shape.
it's the like towers are obviously the tallywhackers.
Right.
Yeah.
The symbol of power, the
symbol of power.
masculine bullshit.
The penis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why the bars of a military on the sleeve go up, right? Because that's supposed to symbolize the male power, and like down symbolizes the
vessel.
female.
I get like in that book, that's what they talked about with the
Yeah.
vessel. But actually, I don't know where the chevrons come from. It's called
Chevrons.
a chevron.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know. Chevron versus chalice.
Chalice. Oh, duh. All right, chalice.
Yeah. But that was from the book, not Angels and Demons, the other one, Da Vinci Code.
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah.
The most fun book and the worst book I've ever read.
I read that one in Iraq. And I remember being really excited, and I got to see the Louvre like when I came back.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And I remember like pointing down there and being like, "That's where Jesus lived." Never knowing what I was talking about. That book actually it made its rounds around the tent. I had a tent like with 9 other dudes.
Really?
And that book
Well,
traveled around a bunch.
It's pretty addictive, and Family Guy summed it up, I think, the best is I feel like a genius because I can read a chapter really fast.
Yeah, I mean it was just because they had like these little clever things, and it was all it's essentially it was just chapters and puzzles, and
Yeah. There was a
was never
film
clever
version,
enough. I never watched it.
not of the movie. There's a film book version where instead of Da Vinci, it's Kubrick. So a kid has to like solve all of Kubrick's puzzles in his movies.
Just Room 237.
No. I forget what it's called, but it wasn't called that. That's a documentary about the the slow madness behind the scenes of The Shining,
Okay.
which by the way is fucking creepy as hell.
The Room 237?
Yeah.
Or just everything in general?
Well, everything in general. I mean, Kubrick was a fucking like maniacal asshole, but like it shows like why you did that, why you become that level of chaos. You typically get the shots that you're looking for. Just like what's his face who did The Exorcist. He was notoriously violent to the cast. Like even like Reagan, the girl, Linda Blair. Mm-hmm. He beat her up like violently, like
she was a child.
She got her like neck snapped. They had to take her out on a fucking gurney because like she couldn't move part of her body. Like she was violently injured from that shaking.
Who was the director that did the Twilight Zone movie?
Oh yeah,
with the helicopter. That guy was way worse.
I think there was a few on that.
Well,
I don't think it was just one.
Well, no, there was one. It's like one of the most notorious things where the director like was just completely out of their mind, and they tried to get the helicopter to land like on the set, and the helicopter crashed and ended up cutting a child to pieces with the helicopter.
Yeah. Was that the Twilight Zone?
It was Twilight Zone, I believe.
Oh, I thought it was like Platoon. I know what you're talking about. It was like a kid from the village, like a kid who actually lived there, got like I thought the kid died.
Got chopped to pieces.
Yeah. Oh, it's
I
horrible.
don't know if it was a kid from the village. I bet it was. Yeah. Isn't that awful?
It is.
Yeah.
There's a short TV series called Cursed Films, where like each episode is like a documentary about a certain movie that's considered cursed. Really cool little hit history nuggets in there.
What did you think about like the Faces of Death growing up? Like, remember when you were growing up, you're like, oh my God, I just saw somebody die. And then you know when there was a bar that I went to in Korea and they played those all the time. It was just people getting murdered in heavy metal.
That seems excessive. That seems very
we
middle
killed people
school.
for a living. It seemed like it was a very popular place.
It seems like a lot though.
And not at the time.
Really?
Yep, seemed to fit.
Fair. I mean, I don't understand, so I won't put my 2 cents in. But I will say, I say up until I was like early 30s, I was very adamant about finding like the most viscerally horrible things I could find visually.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. August Underground is like, I think August Underground is gross. Like, I would rather watch real shit because it's real than the shit they did on August Underground because it was like, it was just drawn out torture. And
Yes.
it's just hard to watch. It's impossible to watch.
Okay, August Underground 1 is not as viscerally brutal as 2 or 3. 2 or 3 is literally just snuff for snuff's sake, right? 1 was a more designed element, and that's why I liked it, and I still respect it, but for different reasons. The movie is exactly 60 minutes long, which I think is really fucking cool because
of the VHS
that's
tape.
the length of a mini DV tape. And that's the premise of the movie, is that the when one of the girls gets out of the basement at the end and runs away and the 2 guys run after her, or like I think one guy's alive, they drop the camera and the camera just runs out exactly at the 60-minute mark. There's no credits, it just fucking cuts. And I thought that was the most brilliant thing. I remember like looking down at the DVD player and it hit 60 and it turned to blue. The screen turned to blue. And I was like, that is genius.
Now, didn't they have to go to Congress? Or like,
Well, so really quick, the majority of the movie isn't violent. It's literally them just being idiots, like them going to a grocery store and being an idiot in the grocery store and like knocking shit over, them going to a concert for like 10 minutes. And the end is the big one, the one that like, I mean, there's murder throughout, but the end was the big one where
I don't think I even watched the end. I watched the first one and I'm like, I can't watch this.
Yeah,
shit.
I mean, you're not missing fucking dick, dude. It's awful, but there's a scene where he's hitting a girl in the head with a hammer.
I saw that,
and it is so. I pride myself on being able to watch these things and being like, oh, I see how they did this. You know, they shot reverse this. The lighting makes it look this way. Blah 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 blah. Oh, they cut away. It's easy to see. But I can't tell you how they did that. I can't figure it out. So
it was the breathing.
Oh God,
the breathing sounded so real,
unfucking comfortable.
Unnerving.
But yeah, so the FBI tracked them down and said, you need to prove these people are alive. So that's when they did the documentary. Now, whether this is true or not, because if it's not true, it's awesome marketing.
Yeah.
But then they released the documentary, and then they released the movie legitimately, because you had to buy it through like back alleys, because it came on like a burnt disc. And
was this a result of Dogma 95?
Well, that's a really good question.
Because that sounds exactly almost to a T like Dogma 95.
Except for the fact that it is a genre. It's slasher, murder,
I mean, at
horror.
the time, it wasn't us. They weren't slashers, though. It was just, it was like, I don't know.
Yeah, good point.
It's like found footage.
I mean, it's found footage, and found footage has been around for a while, but...
was it, though?
Yeah. Okay. Found footage has been around since the dawn of fucking film. Man with a Movie Camera was a Russian film. And basically, it was just a dude going through the city.
Yeah, but is that found footage? So this is now we're going to go back to the art and intent.
Right. So no, I would say probably not. That's more of a day in the life of, because he set up the camera and like watched the gates open at a factory and watched people pour out. You know, like that was the film. Like just various shots of around the city. Found footage, I think, started to gain a little bit of popularity, at least in the horror community, probably 70s. But I don't think it really hit, like fucking hit, until Blair Witch. And I think Blair Witch and what's the one with the house camera? The one that everyone, like, they made like 10 of them after it.
I thought it was Blair Witch.
No, Blair Witch was them in the woods and, you know, tracking down the ghost.
Yeah.
The witch. But there was one where the whole movie's told from security cameras.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That one was real. Oh.
The first one was great.
Yes, it was. Where they just, it was like all night vision stuff. With the UFO type shit.
My favorite scene in the entire movie, like the shit that really creeps me out is the stuff that's just a little tiny little bit wrong. Like I remember reading these creepypastas, and the creepypastas that freaked me out the most were like the forest rangers who saw a guy walking in the woods and his eyes were just slightly too far apart. And the way he described it kept me fucking awake for like 2 days. It was creepy as shit. So in that movie, Paranormal Activity.
Paranormal Activity, yeah.
The thing that creeped me out the most is when the girl stood next to the side of the bed while the guy slept the entire night, and it's told in like speed motion.
Yes.
That unnerved me.
Yes.
Everything else about the film, I'm like, that's okay. That one.
You know, it was always... It's funny to me that like the people that I knew growing up that insisted that those things were real, like there was always people that said like these things are real.
You mean like paranormal?
Like not even paranormal. Like I'm thinking of like
kids, or are you thinking about the
kids that I know growing up that would say like that August Underground, that was a real tape, or people who would say that like Candyman was real and that like it was a real thing. And you couldn't say that in the mirror, and that's a real story from Chicago. It's like, no, none of this was.
Well, it's all urban myth.
I know, but like the people who believed in urban myths when I was younger, to just jump into this quickly, were a lot of the people that like 100% jumped on a QAnon.
Yep. Well, because we want to believe that there's something else.
You want to believe, but like it was very weird that the people at a young age were like predisposed to believe bullshit. It was very weird how that just kind of all played out. I mean, it's crazy, man. We're like 45 years old, and like it's a nice swath of time. And if you have the memory to remember the way that people were and the way that they turned out, and like some of the shit you just kind of say, of course you're like this now.
I mean, I totally see the correlation. I think I was easily susceptible to believe things, but like my brain was like, maybe this could be real. Maybe this is real. I'm not going to go sit in a bathroom and say Candyman 3 times in the mirror with a candle, blah, blah, blah. And I think that's why I fell in love with the Midnight games, like so fucking heavily.
Like light as a feather, stiff as a board type stuff.
Midnight games were stuff you can... I mean, kind of.
Ouija boards.
Yeah, kind of. Midnight games. There was this website.
Stuff with the candles.
Yeah. So like the King's Game. The King's Game is, and the reason I fell in love with these so much and I got addicted to them was the way they were written.
So who'd you play with?
I didn't play with anyone. You just do it yourself.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
So the King's Game is at, I believe, midnight. You have to start setting things up. You get a room with 2 chairs. You put a mirror on one chair, sitting in front of a door that you don't open yet. You sit in the other chair facing the mirror. You put a candle in the middle. You write a name of the person you want to talk to on paper. Prick your finger, hit blood. Bleed on the paper, and then put up a fan in the room on oscillate. And then exactly like whatever the rule was, I forget exactly what it was, but it was like 1 o'clock exactly. You have to open the door behind the mirror and sit facing the mirror for an hour. If you turn away, you won't like what happens, or you'll break the circle.
I remember this. Like you'd see somebody behind you. I remember doing this. Like I'd be at somebody's house and you'd have to go in the bathroom by yourself with the mirror, and you have to stare in the mirror for whatever long amount of time. I remember stuff like that.
I mean, this all stems from masturbation.
Totally. So speaking of masturbation, so I think the thing, like, you've never done any of these things with a group of people.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember. My memory's shit.
Okay. There's something I think that is fascinating to these games.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff with Candyman, light as a feather, stiff as a board, the candle, Ouija boards, all those things. There's something fascinating to all of these things when you do it in a group.
Group hysteria.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I jumped the gun.
Where you go through the group and you're talking to the people, and somebody, like in your head, you're like, somebody's pushing it. Or even sometimes I'm pushing it, or I'm the one who blew to make the candle move or something. But how you all choose to go along with it, even though you know it's not real.
That's hypnosis.
And it's fascinating to me.
It is fascinating
how that happens, and how some people still, I think, either believe, like, so you don't know what's going on in other people's heads. That's the other thing that's crazy, is that, like, I knew that I knew that it wasn't real. I went along with it. I sometimes did the thing to make it happen. And I enjoyed myself, and I enjoyed having fun with other people. But you don't know if other people, whether they were doing it or not. Now, with nuclear weapons, did you know you cannot work with nuclear weapons if you are hypnotized? That is one of the questions.
No shit.
They ask you if you're going to work with nukes. One of the questions they're going to ask you: have you ever been hypnotized? If you are, you can't do it.
Oh, because you're susceptible to.
Yeah. So, and then that makes me wonder, like, the people who, like, glommed on to QAnon stuff were the people that I've done this with before, were the people who went along with it. And maybe they weren't, maybe they thought it was real, or maybe they believed too hard,
or wanted to believe.
And there's some sort of validity to it. If even the government says those people can't be in charge of the future of the world.
The government was doing MK Ultra, though. Of course they believe in mind manipulation.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? That is, like, absolutely crazy. Like all the PSYOP stuff and shit like that. Like, can it be real? It's got to, like, I always thought that, like, stuff with, like, the Gulf of Tonkin or the
Gulf of Tonkin?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Gulf of Tonkin was, like, an incident that kicked off Vietnam War. The Lusitania was a ship sinking that kicked off World War I.
Correct.
Shots heard around the world type of thing, stuff like that. And I always kind of thought, in the same way that Machiavelli or Levy always kind of assumed, like, events are like a river, and you have to, like, figure a way on how to channel that to make things work. Like, the idea to fake channel, to pull water out of thin air as opposed to pulling it from the river, like, seems crazy to me, and it seems disingenuous. I am reading things where they're thinking that, like, maybe Donald Trump didn't kill himself, and there's all these things that go, or I'm sorry, didn't kill himself, the assassination.
Hitler didn't kill himself.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Trump didn't have this assassination.
Yeah, that the assassination attempt wasn't real.
Dude, cartilage doesn't grow back that fast.
Cartilage doesn't grow back. There should be a blood blowback. The Secret Service wouldn't have let him stand up. The flag would not have come down while they had a thing. But the thing is like, somebody died. More than one person died. There was a fireman that died there, and the kid, Couch, died. And it's like, it's an uneasy thing that, like, that they allowed that to happen, right?
Very uneasy.
But then
that's Rockstar Fire.
But then you have to ask yourself, when Donald Trump, when he said that one day, I could shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue
and get away with it.
Yep. We always assumed Donald Trump could kill somebody on Fifth Avenue, like anybody, and it wouldn't matter. Even, like, possibly one of his own supporters.
Yep.
Like, and maybe it's just, like, hiding in plain sight. You know what I mean?
The best spies, the best lies are.
But the thing also is, like, the best time to, like, to preemptively do something bad yourself or have something else that's bad, and to prime everybody to think like, you know, when it comes to election fraud, when it comes to all these other things like assassinations attempts, like if you can convince people that they're crazy to ask the question, then you've won. And it doesn't seem like it's that difficult to do that. You see now, like if you want to rape a kid, accuse other people of raping kids.
That's 100% it. And then they're getting scot free because then their believers are like, well, I mean, they're saying the other side's doing it, so obviously that's true.
But it's crazy with how it's just like it's a trick. It's manipulation.
Yes.
Absolutely manipulation.
Yes. And you're right. They had to be primed. They had to be slow. I mean, that's why we're seeing.
And it works. I mean, it works.
It works so fucking well.
It's worked throughout history. Because I tell myself, there's no way they'd kill that fireman in the crowd. There's no way they could convince that kid to do that. There's no way. And then you're a crazy person if you ask. But like those are the things that are going on in my head. I'm a rational person. I believe that I'm a rational person.
I believe you are too.
But there's a large group of people.
Do you have a question, audience member?
I have a comment.
Well, come and be on a microphone.
Just repeat it.
Okay.
There's footage of Secret Service men telling the photographer.
We were just talking about that.
So yes, there is footage, and this cropped up pretty early on, but it's been pushed more and more now. There's video footage of a Secret Serviceman pushing the photographer right after the shot.
And that's what I was telling you about. That the flag came down. They moved.
We were having a whole conversation about this on,
and it is crazy, but like it makes me feel uncomfortable what we're willing to tell ourselves and what lies we're willing to say. You know,
like Faces of Death.
Faces of Death.
It's a fucking
or even the thing like the book. What is it called? Spitting Image. The book Spitting Image, where they talk about how like there was no spitting on veterans.
On Vietnam veterans coming back from Vietnam, the big story is that they got spit on by protesters. Everyone's heard about it.
So think about this. So this was and we've talked about this on the show before. But so the guy who wrote this book is a Vietnam veteran himself, and he heard the stories about how people got spit on, and he always would say how everybody else says, it's a shame what happened to those guys when they came home. We shouldn't let that happen to anybody else again. And when I came home from Iraq, all the veterans would say the same thing, how they would get spit on. But this guy, he always thought like, you know, now that I think it was either like right around when it was right after it was when did he write? He wrote this after the first Gulf War, and it was coming on to some sort of anniversary of Vietnam veterans coming home. 1975 is when it all ended, and trying to like look into this. And he's a professor. Like he was a part of that war. He didn't personally get spit on himself, but he didn't think that anybody else would lie. But when he started looking into it, he couldn't find one article of anybody ever getting spit on. It was like the war will be televised. Like it was the first televised war. There was cameras everywhere. Nobody was getting spit on.
There's no footage.
There's no footage of anybody getting spit on. And if you think about it, one of the most politically savvy politicians was Richard Nixon.
This is the most interesting part to me about this argument.
If somebody's going to tell me that Richard Nixon knew that people were getting spit on coming home, he didn't use it as a political tool, there's no speech, there's no mention, there's nothing of Richard Nixon talking about those dirty lefties and spitting on veterans when they come home.
Nixon notoriously hated hippies.
Yeah, he hated. If he had that opportunity, if that was there as an option to him, he would have brought it up.
Why was it never a talking point? He never
talked about it. But they said that there were veterans that were treated poorly, right? Mm-hmm. The veterans that were treated poorly were the ones that were marching with the Vietnam veteran, the VVAW, the Vietnam Veterans Against the War. The veterans that were burning their medals, their medals, the veterans that were speaking out against the atrocities that they saw, the things that they were being asked to do when they were in Vietnam. Those veterans were treated very poorly by the conservative people. Those people were treated awfully, but they were taken in with open arms by the left. So when he was looking into like when did all these spitting things occur? Do you know when they started occurring? After Rambo.
First blood.
First blood. When Rambo said that he got spit on when he came home, all of a sudden it's like this weird what's the
Mandela effect.
it's like this Mandela effect happened where everybody all of a sudden was spit on when they came home. And I remember like when I would talk to veterans, and it always never sounded right to me how they said how they would get off the plane and they'd get spit on. And I thought
that was
well,
my dad's exact story.
When I came home, like you don't walk right off the tarmac out and everywhere. Like you got to go through like a whole lot processing. You got to go through like you still have to go. I remember like losing my mind, and they took my I had a nail file that they broke off. You still have to go through immigration,
like security.
Well, you got to go through security. You still have to go
Talking to the mic.
Yeah, you got to go through security. You have to go through all this stuff. Like you don't just go there. You got to walk through the whole airport. There is no like walking off the tarmac and getting spit on. And the other thing, and I thought this was probably like one of the guy's weakest points. Who spits on these people? It was always a girl. Who spits? Guys or girls? Guys spit. Have you ever seen a girl that can spit? You don't.
I was just gonna say that we don't know
Girls-
how to form a loogie.
Girls notoriously just don't spit. Girls aren't spitters. Guess what story has been going on for centuries? The guy that comes home and is getting screwed over by the girl, like going all the way back to Homer.
Like the girl
The
moves
Iliad.
on, cheats on the soldier while they're
The
at
soldier
war.
comes home and the wife has been somebody's been cheating on him.
I mean, shit, that's the story
in
that they
military.
tell you during fucking boot.
Even in boot camp, you got to worry about Jody fucking your girl when you're gone. I mean, it's a story that you always say is like the girl who's gonna treat you like shit when you come home. And how there's- demonizing women,
keeping women in their place.
So, oh man, I heard like a really okay. I'm gonna talk about this after we're done. But the so yeah, like once I've heard that, it makes me feel so uneasy.
You're goddamn right.
It makes me feel so incredibly uneasy that could be a thing.
And
all the veterans
easy
that
it is.
lied,
How
everybody just said. And if oh my God, if I ever like said like if I walked into a VFW and told those guys they never got spit on,
they'd be fucking.
I would be hung up by my toes.
Yes.
Something that I heard that was really cool about like controlling women. So after World War, this is where we're going to go back to architecture. After World War II, the idea of the open plan. And
you mean a house?
Yeah, you know how they had homes with the open plan. So before that, you had Victorian homes, and every single room had a door. There was it was a house of closed doors. That was a common thing. But after World War II, that's when open plans really started opening up everywhere. And I remember,
Is it from mistrust?
yeah. So it's when men came home, they mistrusted their wives, who were out in the workforce. Women like got an idea of what. They got an idea what independent was.
Oh
they
my
were out
God.
building the bombs and everything. They had to send women back into their homes. And the idea of the open plan was so they could have surveillance on their ladies. And if you think about it, Jeremy Bentham was the guy who created the
open.
So the original idea of surveillance was Jeremy Bentham. He designed something called the Panopticon, where you could design so one guard could watch an entire prison. If you position the guy in the center and everybody's around him, surveillance works where you can't see the one guy in the center, but he can see all of you, and you control works. And this is Gramsci is the guy who came up with this, or Gramsci and Michel Foucault. Like the idea of you being watched makes you compliant.
Yeah. Which is what they're trying to do right now with fucking Trump's bullshit military in the cities. Well, we're going to watch you. We're going to make sure you're not doing anything wrong. Nothing fucking wrong is happening.
Nothing wrong is
Except for all the black, beautiful women of Chicago saying, thank you for coming here, Trump. That sent shivers down my spine, by the way. Anyway, yes, the controlling of women, the minimizing of women, the demonizing. But like the control factor, and I love the idea of like quaaludes and drugs, all of the drugs that people like took to calm themselves down. Yeah, those were created
to give to women because they hated their fucking lives. The idea of like Valium was to give to women to calm them down.
So they'd be compliant.
So they'd be compliant.
Jesus fuck. That makes me so sick.
I mean, this is all ideas, but man, it's very compelling.
Yeah.
It's all very compelling.
I mean, I'm sure it's all ideas because like, how do you fortify truth behind this without getting people to go, yes, that's why we invented Valium. No one's going to fucking say
Well,
that.
I mean, there was a problem. Or no. And again, what we often see is they're going to create a problem and then they're going to solve it and declare themselves victors.
God, that is the, like that type of mentality is, I think that and the hypocrisy are what just fucking make me so fucking sick. The constant hypocrisy. It's like, well, Facebook, you shouldn't be allowed to say anything on Facebook, but I can say anything. Why am I banned from Facebook? Well, fucker, you can't have it both ways. You can't have peace and the military constantly present. Because all you're doing is adding tinder to the fucking powder keg. And that's what they want. That's exactly, they want us to throw the first punch.
Yeah.
Because then we're the villain.
And of course, it's being walked out now as we're not going to declare martial law, but we are going to just have military units stationed all over America that will be on standby for police action. Which fucking dickhead. What the fuck is that?
That's the definition.
Yeah. Like, dude, if they just call it one thing and you give his base like an exit route. Well, that's not what it is. It's just this.
And then that's all they pipe up.
And they fucking lap it.
They eat it and shit it back out into each other's mouths.
Yeah. So
it's the same argument. It's the same fucking talking points. And without any thinking.
I was a little surprised when Trump sent everybody into DC. I mean, it's crazy that he's doing that. They're having police. They're having the military doing police actions. That they've now started arming them as of this week.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's going on. And they kept saying, and I think it has a lot to do with people saying, well, red cities by per capita are more dangerous than a lot of these blue cities, which is true.
That's true.
Per capita, they are. Like large cities are going to have, more murders are going to happen, but per capita, it's not as bad, right? So Trump is now going to send troops to 19 separate states of the blue cities within red states.
Right.
To try and,
I still think the map looks like a perimeter. It looks like a gate. It looks like they're fencing in.
Well, I think he's sending them to governors that are willing to allow it.
Why are they sending them to fucking Wyoming? The optics are stupid.
It's to stop the blue people in that state.
I know the reason, but the optics.
It's to normalize it.
There's 300 people in Wyoming.
It's to normalize it.
One of them is on the fence about being liberal or not.
It's normalization. Hyper normalization was what happened during the fall of Russia, where crazy shit like this happened every fucking day and it numbed people.
Yeah, which is what we've been talking about since the very beginning, since fucking November 5th. We have been talking about get ready because you have to be diligent. You have to be vigilant. You have to be aware that they are trying to numb you. They are trying to numb you to the cascading cornucopia of bullshit. Even though it seems stupid and little, it's escalating. It's going to keep escalating. It's the hyper-normalization until you just go, yeah, okay, of course you can have quarter here, military. You can have my house because why wouldn't you? Which, by the way, that's in the new EO.
To quarter? That's the
yes, it fucking is.
Third Amendment?
Third.
Yeah.
Yep. That was in the latest EO. They said soldiers can have their right to, I'm paraphrasing, but they can stay where they want and you should make them accommodated.
You can't quarter troops.
Correct.
Yeah.
But law doesn't exist anymore because I've talked about this before, about the decorum factor, but it really hit home in this past week. Law does not exist unless both parties agree it does. If you have a drug dealer, like a hardcore drug dealer, like they're just slinging drugs, right? And then they get busted. The drug dealer says, yes, whether they admit it or not, they were dealing drugs and they knew it was against the law. So that's why they were hiding it. They knew it was a law and they were doing it anyway. They knew it. The problem now is the alt-right doesn't believe the law exists. They don't believe that the justice system is actually anti everything they're fucking doing. They're just saying, no, it's not. And therefore, no law exists. Both parties have to agree that it is a thing.
Or just the society does.
Well, I know, but like they have to. Otherwise,
or it all collapses.
It all collapses, which is what is happening.
The thing that's frustrating is that like what we're saying right now is the exact same conversations that the right was having, and they're saying that Joe Biden was doing all these things. They never happened.
It never happened.
But they created a thing. They created this thing.
Fake enemy.
And now they're saying that it's all okay. Let me put this toward you. Let's just say by some fucking miracle, during the midterms, there's a blue landslide and we actually can get people into power. And let's say there is some sort of, impeachment and we can get Trump out and JD Vance is in there and he's essentially neutered because the House and the Senate get taken over. Let's just say that.
All right.
And then let's say in 28, we put a progressive or somebody in there.
Or a new system, just a new fucking system. But anyway, continue.
What do you think should happen? What do you think should happen after all this?
I think we need a new system. Everything has proven to be faulty. Everything has proven to have cracks. I'm not saying the Democrats are better. Oh my God, they are beyond failing us.
They couldn't beat a rapist. Like they couldn't beat a rapist con man.
Because there's no organization. And I said this.
Well, they're liars.
Yeah, of course they are. November 5th, I fucking said this, and I wholly stand by it. The right won because of two reasons. One, they won because there's a hierarchy. On the right, there is a defined black and white hierarchy. Who is in charge? Who talks down to the next level? Military-esque, right? The left didn't have that. People on the left, yeah, sure, there's a hierarchy in politics, but what about the fucking community? On the right side, fans of Trump all believed and did as they were told. On the left, we were still bickering about, well, that's not left enough for me. Well, that's too far left for me. Well, we shouldn't allow this, but we should allow this. Fucking, you are giving up the goddamn country because of one little thing that makes you a little uncomfortable. Get ready for fucking war that's going to make you really uncomfortable.
Well, I think like Obama was more or less like he tried to do a lot of things, but like Obama he still tried to make billionaires happy.
Yeah.
And so are you wanting to have more or less a charismatic leader that will successfully lie to you, but at least you feel good about it?
No,
or
absolutely
do you want like a real progressive? And you got to remember, when I say progressive,
yeah.
A progressive in America is a centrist in almost every other country.
in everywhere else in the fucking world. Yeah.
And like that's something that I would love to bang in somebody else's head.
No
people that
shit.
have never left their fucking their backyard. And have no idea, they want to call our left a bunch of communists.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
You
don't know what communism is.
You've never gone anywhere. You don't know anything.
I mean, let's fucking say this right now. The other person in the room knows what fucking communism is. She came from that. She lived in that. You had to get up at like 3 a.m. to go stand in a fucking line for bread to hopefully fucking eat that day.
Was Obama a communist?
He was not.
Is Joe Biden a communist? The
Okay,
answer
the
to
answer
both of
is-
those is no. No to both.
And I laughed my ass off when my friends freaked out.
Get on the fucking mic.
Get on the
because
microphone.
This is actually super engaging. Okay, so who are you? And welcome to the show.
Thank you. My name is Hilda.
The most unprofessional podcast on the planet.
Do we need to do a clap or something? So
Oh,
know
no.
what this is?
I stop it.
Okay.
So we're actually back in the show right now.
Yes.
I am Jason's business partner, and I didn't want to be on the show, but they dragged me because I know something about
Kicking and
communism.
screaming.
Yes, so
That's
here I
basically how
am.
everyone comes on the show.
Exactly. So when Obama got into power, everybody that is a conservative, I used to hang around a lot of conservatives,
By choice? Or?
no, well, they were my high school friends, so I was just exposed to them. And one particular high school friend was freaking out that there's a black man in power, therefore there's going to be bread lines and rioting and all that.
What?
And that was it. And
correlation. I
I
don't
knew
get the
nothing
correlation.
about politics. I was not because I was like very young. Like I didn't, read newspapers. I didn't
Yeah,
give a shit
right.
about politics. All I know is that I voted for Obama. End of list. Done. Right. And I started laughing. I thought it was hysterical. And she's like, "Well, wait, you'll see." And I'm like, "Dude, I was in a breadline. I grew up in communism." Voting somebody into office is not how breadlines start. It's like, no, this is a free and fair election. No, first you need to be a fucking dictator. Then the breadlines start,
So you grew up in Transylvania, part of
let's-
Hungary, right?
I grew up in Romania. Transylvania is part of Romania that used to belong to Hungary. That's why we speak Hungarian in Transylvania.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That was more confusing than I thought it was. I apologize.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So I am Hungarian by blood. I was born a Romanian national because of the country I was born in.
And that's why you took so much offense when I first thought you were Romanian.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Hungarians are very proud. It's like mistaking you guys for conservatives. I mean, what?
Oh,
yeah,
Jesus
because you're
Christ.
right.
I used to be a
exactly.
conservative.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I never
No,
was.
I mean, if you think about DuPage County was incredibly conservative when we were growing up. I was on a football team. They had the
Well, if that's what all you were exposed to,
that's what I was exposed
that
to.
makes sense.
I mean, I drank the Kool-Aid. I
Yeah.
joined the military.
Yep.
I voted Republican many times.
Yeah.
And then I went to college, and now all of a sudden, because I believe in science and I had to take physics classes, and I look at people who used to be people who I used to be in the military with, now think that I'm a communist.
Jeez.
Evidently,
No. When we were still back in Europe, Reagan was God to us because he was the president of the United States. We didn't know anything about Democrats or Republicans. We just knew USA good. Let's go there.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, Reagan was the first. He was Trump 1.0.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew nothing.
oh my
about
God.
that.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
The reason we pay for college now is because of Reagan.
We didn't know any of that. We
Oh,
just
no.
knew.
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't know it then either. I didn't know
All
that
I
till
knew
last
about
year.
America is we were allowed to watch Dallas. So to me, I got off the plane. I'm like, where's all the skyscrapers, and
no
why is there
shit.
normal houses? I thought it was farms and skyscrapers. That was it.
Reagan was a very charismatic man. He was the very first president to actually be the president of a union before he was. And he was so charismatic that he convinced people that trickle-down economics works.
Yeah.
Yes.
The reason why we get paid so little, Ronald fucking Reagan.
Fuck him.
So if you don't want to talk about it, I completely understand
cool.
because we blindsided you
That's
into
fine.
this.
I'll talk about it.
What was it like growing up in a real communist society? Government.
Some of the first things I remember is being told by my parents, just don't talk about anything. Don't repeat anything you hear at home, because they were very cautious. They didn't want to be arrested or whatever. And
How serious was that?
it was very serious. The communist soldiers, they went and put bugs in people's houses, and yes, and they were listening. They were listening to find out who the traitors were and who were not following the rules and the law.
Sounds a lot like Alexa.
Yeah.
And fucking phones.
So they mostly went and did it to artists, because artists were the troublemakers. They're the outside of the box thinkers, So most artists' houses were bugged, and everybody knew it.
Yeah.
And my dad had a really good friend you've seen a lot of the art that I brought home from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him. Simon was his name, and he's a super great guy. And him and his wife used to get under 4 blankets in their house so they can have a conversation, because only the 4 blankets and whispering under that 4 blankets in the middle of the night was the only way they could have a private conversation. Because if you get rid of the bugs, you're going to jail,
Yeah.
because you can't mess with that shit. But to me, and I didn't know, the next part I'm about to tell you, I didn't know about this because I was really little. And every woman was most people worked in factories since it's communism. Okay, so like men worked at sheet metal, and women worked at either making yarn or
Making yarn?
Yeah, making yarn. There was a yarn factory, and my mother
okay.
worked in the wood factory, so she made furniture.
Oh yeah. Right.
And I didn't know that it was mandated that once a month you have to go to the doctor that is part of the factory. Every factory had a doctor. So my mother was talking about like having to go to a doctor all the time and having her legs up in the air. And I'm like, excuse me, what?
What?
Yeah, exactly. Because I was old enough to ask questions. Now, like this is here when we had this conversation. She goes, yeah, it was like the monthly exam. And I'm like, monthly exam for what? It was a monthly exam to make sure that they're not pregnant because they might have an abortion, and therefore Ceausescu wouldn't have his army of boys to
Sounds
fight
familiar.
for him. Yes.
Sounds
it
very
does.
familiar.
So they outlawed, birth control. They outlawed abortion.
Do you think that Trump is communist?
I think he is. I don't know what to call him, but he's definitely looking more and more like Ceausescu than any American president.
So a dictator.
A dictator, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. 100%. Yeah. And I've never been scared to be in this country since I came here at age 11. And this is, I'm legit scared now. Yeah. It's very scary.
Are you still in contact with any of your conservative friends when you were growing up?
No.
None?
No. We stopped talking around the time Trump got elected, oddly enough.
I mean, what you say holds a lot of weight, and I feel like you speaking out against stuff would be important. But do you probably have fears of
I do.
what could happen because
I do,
of it?
because I'm still a naturalized citizen. I wasn't born here. I don't want to push any buttons, so
Yeah.
that's why I support everything he stands for and wants to do, but I'm very cautious about what I post and what I say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's things that I worry about on like me posting things on Facebook. I mean, there's people like literally will come out of the woodwork, and I get like people viewing my LinkedIn profile when I say stuff. I've had people reach out to me on private message to warn me.
Yeah. And the scariest part is not what he's actually doing.
Right.
The scariest part is that people are believing the lies.
The compliance.
Yes.
Compliance.
Yes. It is just like, oh, okay, he's just bringing in the army and the National Guard. Oh, for no reason,
Yeah.
just for... That is such bullshit. Like, how? Like, look at the history. Look at...
It is.
Anyway.
It is infuriating. Like, I just simply ask people if this was a liberal doing this. If this was
Yeah,
Obama
yeah.
or Biden doing it, how would you be okay with this?
They couldn't do 5% of what Trump has gotten
No.
away with. And I
No.
don't
they
understand
would
how.
they would say what. Yeah, essentially, they to them this has already happened to them.
They were already pissed about the potential of, rioting in the streets just because we had a black man in office. I mean, nothing happened. He didn't do anything. He put on a tan suit and people freaked out, remember?
Yeah.
Drank a beer.
I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and some of the other things I remember is that we went to a friend's funeral, like a friend's brother's funeral. This was like when I was 8, and I don't know why the whole class went, but I think just to support, the kid, because back there, like you started first grade, you went all the way to 12th grade with the same people, same class. So like you really got to know, like you're close.
So
close.
no differences, no
Yes.
outside experiences, no.
Yeah. Oh, and we also had to wear uniforms. Like we had like cute little uniforms
With the red scarf.
with the red scarf.
I dated a Russian girl. She told me about the red
Okay,
scarf when I was in Korea.
I don't know if it was a red scarf, but it was. I think it was like white, but with like the stripes of the Romanian flag.
Was it on Sundays?
No, this was for
Okay.
school. We wore.
Okay.
Yeah, and then each. I remember our schoolhouse or school. Or I don't know what to call like the kids I was with, like my schoolmates
Yeah.
for life, pretty
Classmates.
much. Classmates, yeah. We had to split up into 3 different sections, and each section had like its own leader. It was like the rows. There were 3 rows.
Hierarchy.
Having
a platoon leader.
I was, and they went by grades. That's how they picked the leader.
Okay.
So I was like one of the smarter kids, and I got like the first row, and then I had to go in front of the teacher and report that everyone is accounted and present.
Holy shit, that's
I
indoctrination.
had to give a report on who was talking and who was not.
Holy shit.
Yes, so so they were priming me to snitch on,
Yes,
on the
yes,
friends
of
that
course
I've
they
been
are.
with since age 6.
They
right?
do this in basic training, by the way.
I didn't know any of
Yeah,
this.
I was an element leader, and I had to report on
Okay.
everybody in my element.
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Hierarchy.
Yeah. And then I think I told Jason about this one time during gym class. They were teaching us how to throw hand grenades. So they gave us like little tiny balls that were like the same weight, and like we had to throw it in a circle. And one time I asked the gym teacher, I'm like, "What are we doing?" Like I didn't understand. He goes, "You're practicing hand grenade throwing for the war." I'm like, "What war?" I'm like, "I'm 7. Like, what the fuck, you know?" And we had to do the marching. We had to do the turning on the heel. So we knew how to march by age 8, like just like that, just like soldiers. Yep.
You think they're going to start doing marching in schools? I mean, they're trying to destroy the Department of Education.
They already have.
It's going to be called not the Defense Department
I
anymore.
saw
It's the
this.
Department of War.
Yeah, they're changing
Are you
the
fucking
yeah
serious?
the Department of
This
Defense
is why I
changing
can't.
to
I
Department of War.
I can't watch the amount of politics you guys watch because I would like literally slash my wrist. I can't. Like
I don't blame you.
yeah. So yeah. So I thought I was escaping all that. Coming here was like extremely scary, but becoming a citizen was like one of the best days of my life. You know, I was like so proud, and I was like, America is like the dream for fucking everybody that's not here. It used to be anyway. Now you ask somebody back in Europe, it's like, I know people that are from the same country I was, and they're retired. They're fucking moving back home. They want nothing to do with this place. And this was like their lifelong dream is to die here. And they're moving back. That's how scared they are. Yeah.
God, your statement holds a lot of weight.
And they're because they feel safer there going back because the dollar has more value. So they're going back with some money so they can literally buy a castle and a moat and like be protected, you know,
Well, tell them
like
to
in
do
the
it
middle
sooner
of
than
the
later, 'cause
exactly.
the cost of the dollar is falling as we speak.
There's some-
dramatically.
there were the Dracula's castle that I went to
Yeah,
when I went
yeah.
back to visit. It was for sale like for $10 million like a few years
Why
ago.
the fuck? I
remember that.
How is
I'm
that
like-
that cheap?
I was in grad school when it
Yeah,
was for sale.
it was really,
Really?
yeah. The rooms are very tiny. You could not
It
even
doesn't
get
matter.
in through the door.
Well, I can't fit in
because
most
it was
places.
one of his many castles. It wasn't like the
gotcha.
castle.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I remember them. It was in the news.
Yeah,
I remember reading that.
That's the most famous one because that's the one most visually appealing because it's on top of the mountain. Yeah, Eric
Is-
has a tattoo of it on his
Oh,
leg.
cool.
Yeah.
Is that where they shot Bram Stoker's Dracula?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes, that's why.
Sorry, I got thrown some nonsense bullshit. Fuck. I mean, there's so many things I want to ask, but at the same time, it's like
The dear leader Ceausescu's picture was in all the classrooms.
which is what Trump's wanting to do. He's rolling out his face on the front of all these government buildings.
What do you guys think of Gavin Newsom? Essentially, just like
him.
word for word, just doing everything
Dude,
that Trump did. And,
that
and
is-
the I love the people who just don't understand the
They don't,
hypocrisy.
like, why would he do
Fox
this?
News
Yeah.
is just
They're
like they're he's
destroying
acting
him.
like a child.
They do know. They do
amazing.
know, but they just can't admit it. Of course they fucking know. They're not that
But
stupid.
that's the problem is like how, okay. Yes, the government is evil. It is fucking evil. It is evil what is happening. But the compliance and the rah-rah cheerleading of this is what terrifies me the
Okay,
most.
I have a question.
Okay.
Ceausescu.
Okay.
I'm assuming he's not alive anymore,
No,
correct?
he got
Okay.
executed.
He was executed.
Yes.
Was there like a group of people or a class of people that were kind of running the country?
While he was in power,
Yeah.
I don't know because we only knew what we were told by the newspapers.
Trump.
So when he was executed,
Mm-hmm.
what happened to those people?
Well, him and his wife got executed and they were just kind of disposed of. Like just recently that's a whole long story. I think a temporary government came into power. There was a struggle for power at that time.
Power vacuum?
Yes,
occurring?
yes.
Okay.
But I don't think they
Was
went.
there a lot of bloodshed and everything that was going on during that time?
No. The bloodshed was only while there was the uprising right before he got executed. So there was basically like people fucking had enough, okay? And he was like giving a speech, and suddenly like they recruited like a big group of people to do like the rah rah and clap clap. Somebody in the back started booing. and then it just spread through the crowd. And the boo became so loud that they had to cut the sound that they were transmitting out, and they cut the sound.
Like
and
at
then
the
they
Super
cut,
Bowl.
Oh,
so
yeah.
once like people like if somebody got brave, because he was probably going to get shot.
Yup.
But everybody else joined in, and it was like a really big crowd, and it was in Bucharest, and it was like the only time. So like you there's actually footage of him going like, what is going on? And he tried
Because they have no
They have
idea.
no idea.
They're
They've
megalomaniacs.
been lying to themselves for so long.
Yes.
They're so out of touch. It's like he thought that he could just talk them out of not booing and just say, it's okay, I got this. You're good.
And it makes you wonder, like,
Yeah.
does he really think light as a feather, stiff as
Yeah.
a board is
Oh, I-
real?
I-
does he
yes.
really think that the Ouija board is moving?
Well, because he was in
After a
power
while,
for
does he-
almost 30 years, so it worked. It worked. Like
Trump thinks, I guarantee he honestly believes what he's saying.
I agree. I think he believes everything.
But I'm not scared of Trump. I'm scared of the fucking followers.
yeah.
So was there anybody who, like, there had to have been a group of people that put him into power?
No, he got voted in, and then he just decided to stay in power. There was no
Just
group of people.
like Hitler.
Yeah.
So it just like eventually just got awful for everyone?
He just kept saying that like the next election, like, oh, I got voted in again. So there was pretend elections like there is in other countries, but no.
Like Russia.
Yeah. So I'm not clear on I'm probably only half truthing here, remembering bits
Right,
because,
right, right.
I was young and also have memory issues. But from what I remember, like he's been in power ever since my parents were like, around. So it's like there was nobody before him. There was no one running against him. There was,
Who's there now?
some other asshole that, they're not calling it communism. They're calling it, like he's actually, legit elected, but there's still shady shit going on.
Is that Oberon?
No, that's Hungary.
Okay.
Or Orban
Orban.
is worse than Trump. That's all I know.
Trump loves Orban.
Yes, that's why they get
That'll
along.
tell you fucking
Yes.
everything right there.
Yes. So Orban is the one that runs Hungary, the Hungary part. I don't even know
I
what.
love that march that the Hungary just did recently.
Yes, they said
Biggest pride march in the world.
after they told everybody that we're canceling the Pride Parade, like the biggest Pride March ever on God's green earth was like, okay, we're going to
Packed.
show you.
Fucking
Yeah.
packed.
You don't tell Hungarians what to do. Fuck that.
It's insane.
Yeah.
The aerial shots of that were like, fuck
Yeah.
you.
Oh, also, Ceausescu was in every book that we had, every history book. He was in the front page, every math book. So his face was everywhere.
Did he have a family?
Yes. He had a wife named Elena and 3 kids. Ceausescu Jr. was primed to be like the next leader, but he didn't, obviously,
And then
because they
there's
shot
Eric
his parents.
Ceausescu.
No. Yes.
Ceausescu Jr.?
No. So
So you're saying that his family was being kind of like groomed
primed,
to
yes,
to
yes.
run?
And all they did was
What
just
happened
like
to them?
one of the kids committed suicide. One of the boys, the junior guy, is still
Epstein
around.
suicide?
I don't know. The daughter went underground. I think she lives in Germany now, changed her name. She wants something to do with the family. And the other boy is still trying to make money on the name somehow, selling whatever
That's what they
family
do.
stuff. Yeah. All I remember is that there was, because we lived in the Carpathian Mountains. That's where, our, home base was, I guess. And there's a lot of bears there, like black bears. And the guy still does it to this day. When I went back to visit, he wanted to show me like the black bear camp, as he calls it. So he goes to the woods once a day and gives the black bears something sweet and like to keep them coming, right? Because when Ceausescu came to hunt, all the bears were trained to come to a certain spot, so it was easy for him to kill them.
Caged hunts, which is
Yeah.
fucking bullshit.
Just like
Yeah.
golfing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like golfing.
Exactly.
Was there a resistance movement when you were there?
No, it immediately was shut down. The funeral that I started talking about, we went to a friend's funeral because her brother, who was in his early 20s, got drunk one day at a bar and decided to speak up against Ceausescu and said, I can't stand this bullshit. I can't believe we're living like this. The next day he was found floating down the river face down. And everybody knew who did it. There was, Secret Service, not Secret Service, undercover
Gestapo, for lack of a
yes,
better
yes.
term.
So they were like, I think from rumors, there's like 10 for every 10 people, there was one informant. Like that's how they wanted it. That's how they controlled everybody. So
Or at least, or that could have even been.
it could have been more. Like aside from
More,
the,
it could have even been less if you think about like how Johnny Bentham.
All you gotta say is
All you have to do is think that somebody's there and keep you
Exactly.
compliant. When what years was this?
85 is when we left. So
85.
yeah,
Jesus,
you know.
And you guys didn't. There wasn't like any bombings or anything like that. Like
No, there was no bombings.
There was no-
No. Mm-mm. And I think the whole thing where him and his wife ended up being killed was, it started there. Like there was like a little bit of pockets here and there, like, you know, like some bloodshed, but like the army came out, boom, like there were like 10, 20 people. And then the next one, like maybe 50. So there was little pockets of uprising here and there, but nothing actually happened until the people literally there watching him give the speech, you know, started saying boo, boo, boo. And then he ran. And then the people started attacking the palace. They started getting in there. And then the soldiers turned. They said, either you're with us or you're. So the people were overwhelming the soldiers. The soldiers stepped aside. The people went and got him, dragged him out. I'm lying. No, they got on the plane. They got in a helicopter. He had a private helicopter pad on his palace. He got on there, but the pilot lied and said, I have to land because I'm out of gas. And he landed on a big Hungarian part in Transylvania, went from the Romanian part to Hungarian part, landed where the Hungarians are, left the helicopter on the street and went into town to get gas. Well, here come the Hungarians. Who's in a helicopter? They pulled him out. They gave him a 1-hour trial, like make your case now. They filmed it. There's actually footage of this. Ceausescu being filmed. Don't look it up now because you're going to get all lost in there.
Well, I'm not going to look at it right now.
Yeah, but no, there's the trial is filmed. They filmed it. Okay, it was obviously a mock trial, and like they're in a 1 hour, 2 hours, they decided that they were going to be executed. They went out in the yard. They brought, and I don't think anybody had to say the word fire. They just did it. Yeah, and I think I'm not sure if it was him or her. There were so many bullets that like one of them was like bent in half. Yeah.
we can only hope.
Yeah. And I only know this because I recently found a documentary on it. I'm like, holy shit, this exists. Like I was shocked. Because there was like rumors here. Because like while this was going on, like CNN was like the first channel that broke it. And my dad came home from work and he's like, somebody said to put on CNN, something's happening. And we're watching like the CNN people report like this. And I'm like, this is not happening. Like we never thought it would be end of communism.
What year did Ceausescu get?
89, 90, 89, yeah.
December 25th.
Yes. So that's it. It was the Christmas speech. Yes, it was a Christmas Day speech. Yup. Mm-hmm. That's what it was.
And how long was he in power?
30 years or more.
Man.
Yeah. Yeah. He was very young when he got voted in. And it just kept getting worse and worse. He's not going to roll in one day and be like, you know, I'm going to, you know, crawl up in your vagina once a week and make sure you're not having an abortion, you know. And of course, everybody was having an abortion because you took away the birth control. Like so many women died, you know, and like my mother's first child was a brain dead child because she took like some sort of abortion tea to make the baby go away because she didn't want a kid.
Oh, I remember you saying
this. And then he didn't die. He grew to full term, but he didn't have a brain. So when he was born, they just buried him, you know. So that's the result of, you know, having a dictator in charge. You're not going to stop abortions. You're just going to have, you know, more dead children.
Do you think?
Holy shit, that hit so fucking hard.
That you're not going to have more
I
abortions?
really fucking hope these people who are like, oh, Americans need to have more kids. We're going to force you to have more kids.
You can't.
That's what they've been talking about.
You can't.
But that statement right there, holy shit. I hope someone hears that.
My mother had 6 abortions before me. She told me.
So I remember I every once in a while I'll pop onto somebody else's Facebook page and just start a ruckus in their little echo chamber. And it was I was surrounded by Christian nationalists that were talking about abortions. And I told them, I was like, if you want to have less abortions, build a world of abundance, build a world where people want to have children.
100%.
To give them the future that they want.
And I wanted to reiterate them. I was just like, people would rather kill their babies
Yes.
than live in the world that you want to provide
Yes.
for them. And I'm like, and I really want you to think about that. Like
100%.
people would rather kill their babies than live in the world that you're giving them.
Yes.
And they called me disingenuous and a devil worshiper
They don't-
and the demon.
No.
And then I stopped writing over there.
Yeah.
Mr. Borsma.
You're a brave man. It's like you will never convince anybody that is that narrow-minded and head in the sand. No. Because logic and reason doesn't work. Logic and reason won't work.
That's our argument a lot of the time.
So, I mean, I in my head, I'm thinking that something might happen. Like, I don't think that somebody's coming to save us, but I have a feeling I want to talk to people and maybe they'll come to their senses. Do you,
That's the
do you
hope.
think that's, you don't think that'll happen?
Until it's literally in like the farmers, the farmers who are going under and they're crying on TV, all the talking in the world would never convince them. But them actually seeing it and experiencing it, that's what's changing their mind. Talking to people because let's say you have 10 hours a day to talk to them, then yes, then you might have a chance of balancing out the propaganda that's shoved down their throat from Fox News and other sources.
No one is safe from propaganda.
Okay. And it's
mean,
just like over and over. And it doesn't, like we know, it doesn't have to be the truth. It just has to be repeated ad nauseum and then you will believe it.
In the terminology and in the cadence and in the fucking volatility that they need. They need to be angry about something.
I've literally talked to people who've said that they're immune to it. They're too smart for it.
There's no way.
And the moment you believe that, it's like you like that's like saying that you've learned everything in the world and you can stop learning now.
Right.
That's
right,
bullshit.
Right.
No.
Like, I'm the best there is at this. Sorry, dude. 20 people just passed you by in that sentence.
Anybody that believes that they have the answer and don't question themselves is the most ignorant person.
Do you? Okay.
Bingo.
So in your head, is there a? I got to grab my kid and we're going to leave this fucking country?
Oh,
Like,
this is a fantastic
is there
question.
like is there something in your head that you're just like, okay, it's time to go, and it's like we got to beat the rats before the ship gets overwhelmed?
As of right now, no. Only I think the huge advantage that the U.S. has that any other country doesn't is the size. You guys have no idea how fucking big this country is compared to every other country. Like driving to Michigan is like driving to another country in Europe. It's just so tiny.
So what about like Russia? Because Russia is
Russia's fucking huge.
it's enormous.
Yes, but I'm talking about Eastern Europe where I grew up. I have no
Okay,
idea about
gotcha,
Russia.
gotcha. Sorry.
We
But
were
Russia
borders.
is under an oligarchy right
Correct.
now.
Right. I mean,
Like
we
essentially
bordered Russia, but
what
yeah.
is going on here looks like like essentially they want to what they were able to achieve in Russia they want to do here.
Right. And I don't know how many people are in Russia and what is going on with them, but I think there's also no guns in Russia. I don't think guns are legal in Russia. So I think if they actually do try to do something, I think the armed people of America who believe in defending theirs are just going to fucking fight back. It's going to be a civil war. But I even at that point, I have nowhere to go. Like,
Well,
I don't have...
I wonder if like if Trump repealing the Second Amendment would be something that would make them.
He talked about that before the election.
He talked about it in his first term.
Well, I mean, like there was a person saying like we need to ban guns for people who don't deserve
It was a
them.
lady he was talking to?
Yes, it was a
Okay,
woman.
that was in
and
his
he
first
goes,
term.
yes, that's a good idea.
That was in his first term.
Okay.
So is he going to just give guns to Republicans? Is that the idea?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Voted Republicans, people who have track records and
Yeah.
proof.
He is asking for the voting records of every state right
that
now.
is- that is scary. And all the redistricting or whatever the fuck he's doing,
Gerrymandering.
that is
which
just...
has always been fucking evil. It's always been bad, but to blatantly do it the way they're doing it now is just
Yeah, Trump is from what I read, and this hasn't been proved yet or what's going on, but he wants to sue Gavin Newsom for them doing it in California, but not in Texas.
Of
Yeah.
course not. Of
but
course not.
you know, also holding
Which I still like
people against their will.
When you talk to somebody like, again, if Obama or Biden did this, would you be okay? Like
Yeah,
the
well.
blatant,
understand.
like when you talk to them,
Hypocrisy.
when you talk to them, they literally think that we're demons and we should be dead.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, these are the people who thought Democrats were eating baby brains for the endocrines.
And then when they find out that like their boy quite possibly was not only partaking, but was actively participating and running a pedophile ring.
I'm honestly shocked that there are people who change their mind about Trump just based on this. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Like, because everything has been like, yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir, and just following the leader. And now suddenly it's like, well, now this is it? Like, what happened? Like,
Yeah,
now you
I'm
care
sorry.
about this?
and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, now you care about
Yeah.
this? No. Like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Fuck her. Fuck her.
I don't, but it's not happening as much as I thought that it would.
Not nearly as
Yeah,
much.
No.
I mean, I know, like, they're really putting the pedal on the metal right now, like saying, fuck you, where are the files? But still, like, there are people that don't give a shit. They just
Absolutely.
lie to themselves.
They basically say it's okay.
They're saying that the
I saw
Ouija
tweets.
board is pushing itself.
I saw tweets that were saying, well, it's okay to have sex with a 14-year-old.
I've seen that, yeah.
Ew.
What?
These are the same people. Like, there was a great picture. I screenshot it. But
This
it's
is their tradition
Back
that
of
they-
a pickup truck, and it says pedophiles, like pedophile waiting line, and it's a guy with a gun to a guy's head. Okay. And in the same photo, there's a picture of pro-Trump.
Yeah.
And it's like, motherfucker, you can't have both.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw another image of it was a guy with his 9-year-old daughter, and it says, "This is the heritage they say that we stole from them." If you think about it,
Wait, what?
So in Appalachia, like those young marriages,
yeah, okay.
marrying the 9-year-old girls, just like they do in the Middle East.
Did you see the Wall
The
Street
Al-Qaeda is a real thing.
the Wall Street Journal photos that they released of Trump and his daughter?
Oh,
And how they were cuddling?
Yes.
The way he was holding her?
Oh, it made me fucking ill.
I mean, with that stuff, I don't know. That's like a guy and his daughter. Like,
yes.
I really,
Yes.
I don't know, but
not for what he
I
said.
feel like that's kind of.
Until-
I do think that that's pushing it.
Until you hear the interview where he says, if she wasn't my daughter, I would have fucked her by now.
Yeah.
When she was a teenager.
And quite there's a lot of lines like that.
That dude does a lot of coke. He's a weirdo.
I don't care.
No, I
it's
agree.
fucking
I agree.
gross.
Yeah.
You don't.
But I mean, like, because the other reason why I say like, I don't know, like the whole like they go low, we go high. I remember seeing the
so
photos of
fucking
like
tired of
like it was with Biden with his granddaughter, and they're like, he's smelling her hair. He must want to rape her.
I remember this.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And I see
yeah.
that, and then I see like a guy with his daughter, and I kind of like, is
I'm
that
not-
kind of a watch?
And I'm not saying that he was doing anything inappropriate
Did
in the
Biden
photos.
say he'd fuck his own daughter?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's all I'm
Because he's
saying.
a fucking man of integrity.
But I mean, like the stuff with the daughter, I would not focus as much on the stuff with the daughter, but I would definitely focus on the Epstein and the pedophile ring.
And 100%.
And all the girls who came forth.
And the pictures meant nothing when they were released. Now, but it's all the other bullshit. And
Yeah.
then,
It's just icing on a cake.
It is. That's all it is. It is. So I don't think he was trying to fuck her at age 9 or whatever. No. But it just looks weird the way he's like,
It doesn't age well.
It doesn't
The photo
age well
doesn't
at
age
all.
well when you
No.
when you
Age
find
is
out
like
it's-
milk.
yeah, just like, him partying with Epstein. It's like, yeah, I didn't even know the guy.
Says Epstein. He says he was one of my closest friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew. Ew.
And they broke
ew.
up over money. That's the funny part.
They broke up over money.
A real
and,
estate deal.
Well, according to Trump, it was him stealing one of his girls.
Stealing his girl.
No.
Yeah, like she's property.
No.
One of his underage girls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when you really think about that, like those were girls from West Palm Beach that were like the poor kids in trailer parks.
Yep.
And they literally like there was kids that were poor who just like were told like, well, maybe if I do this one
Yeah.
thing.
There was
Yeah.
It's
kids.
so fucking like as me being a poor kid and being like, fuck, that is so fucking dark. That like, dude, if there was somebody who was rich in our town and it was a guy, he's like, hey man, you want to come over to my house and like clean my pool?
Yep, 100%.
Like, oh fuck, dude, I'll totally clean your pool.
Yep.
And be like, oh, take your shirt off
Yep.
or something like that. And how you could slowly get worked into, hey, will you just give this guy a
Ultra
massage?
normalization.
The kids who went there and now they're adults, a lot of them are speaking up And they said that their parents fucking dropped them off and picked them up from Epstein's house.
Sounds a little fucking familiar.
Because they were so destitute and poor that earning $250 and bringing in more kids, that was big fucking money for them. That was huge. So the parents okayed it because they were poor. They could never do this to rich kids.
Our country is so fucked that people are willing to let the rich fuck their children because maybe they would have one cunt hair of a chance for the American dream. It's so fucked.
Yes.
What do you think about America now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to talk about that?
I don't know. That's a heavy fucking topic.
Yeah.
Oh boy, no.
Yeah. Well, we could just, I'll mention it in passing that there's people who do that to their kids without any financial incentive. There's churches that literally...
You can just be a part of the organization.
You could just join an organization and they will call it, it's a church, and we just happen to fuck children.
Isn't it crazy that the evangelical church loves Donald Trump so much?
Yeah.
And like, there's a lot of like Catholics and stuff like that.
Can I tell him about what I found out about the 29 kids that they're like 19 kids and counting? Very huge evangelical. You know who they are, right?
19 kids and counting?
19 kids and counting. It was a show on Bravo or something. It was one of their first hit shows. And the whole show is about these people who are evangelical Christians. And, she's like the good little mommy that spreads her legs and pops out kid after kid. No birth control. God will give us whatever they want, right? So they made a show around
whatever
them, right?
the dear leader asks for.
Exactly. So the oldest child is Josh, and he had a spin-off because now he's old enough to get married, and he got a new bride and whatever. So now they have more kids and more shows.
Duggars?
This is the Duggars.
Yeah.
Okay. So I watched a special about the Josh, the oldest
this is
one.
What you were telling me about.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a police officer who they found child porn on his laptop at work, even though he was a smart guy. He sectioned off the laptop, so he thought that just by making one area where he could hide it. Anyway, long story short, the cop found
partition.
yes, and he was also on the. That Ashley Madison one, his email was on there.
Christ.
By the way, that list is still public now, and you could search for people's names and see if they were on the Ashley Madison list.
Fun.
Yeah, you can look at it. Did you just make that face because you're scared you might be on there?
I did go on it because I thought it was fake. I thought
Are you serious?
The first time I ever saw Ashley Madison was in a hotel with my wife.
Yeah, that's right. You guys were telling me that story. Like, is
And
that
we
a
were
real
watching-
website?
We thought it was a Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah.
The-
Because
the
they're
commercial?
talking about
Cheat on your
yes,
wife. Cheat
they're
on your
literally
husband.
making ads about, it's okay to cheat. Go to AshleyMadison.com.
We actually did a whole review about it for
I've heard of Ashley Madison.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's a cheating site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's dating for married people.
Openly
Yes.
acknowledging it.
Yes.
Like that's the whole point of
Yes.
it.
Anyway, Josh Duggar found child porn was found on his computer. The police officer went on the show and was talking about, he said that he is a career, this is what he does as a career. He has seen the worst of the worst. And he said that what he found on his computer was the worst child porn he has ever seen his entire life. There was 3-month-old babies being raped.
Oh my God.
Okay. This is what the evangelical Christian boy was looking at to get off. So, I mean, what else can you say about a disgusting piece of shit like this? Oh, by the way, he also molested his sisters while they were sleeping.
I'm sure he voted for Trump.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm sure Trump gave him a position in the cabinet.
And the biggest supporter of this movement, there's actually a name for it, I forget what it is the what is that crafty place that we don't shop at because the owner's
Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
The owner of
Yeah,
Hobby
I
Lobby
don't
is the
give them
guy
money.
that supports this movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is an awesome app online called Goods Unite Us.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this. where
Goods
you could-
Unite Us, and you can look for any. I believe it's publicly traded companies, but there's a fuck ton of businesses on here.
Okay.
But you can see percentage-wise who they give their money to politically.
Oh, wow.
It's really cool. So like all hardware stores, super right wing, which is kind of a shitty situation because I need to go to a hardware store and I do not want to go to Home Depot.
Yeah, fuck Home Depot.
Actually, you're the second person that told me that this week. So Menards?
Oh, that's where I go, but they're right wing too. I got to pee, so please continue.
It's all good. I know how long you guys usually yap for.
2-3 hours.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't have that kind of energy.
I don't even know how long we've been going with this.
I don't know. When did you guys start?
6 o'clock. So we've been about an hour and a half in. So, okay. Yeah. So you're saying you don't think that there is like a, oh shit, it's time to get out of here moment? Do you have one in your head at least?
I'm going to be honest. My oh shit, it's time to get out of here moment is coming to Jason's house. That's my plan. It's not much of a plan, but I don't own any guns. I have no way to protect me and my son.
Well, So right now I'm reading a book about the Troubles in Ireland, like that was occurring in like the 1970s, and about how the IRA handled being, essentially being taken over by like the UK government and stuff like that, and what was going on there.
Yeah.
And that was, I don't know. I think like my intent of reading it was to like see like, what may things be like in case this stuff happens. And I'll say like it's dark as fuck. And the IRA went against its own people way more than I thought. Like it is a super dangerous thing. The IRA, like they created their own army. It was all underground. It was essentially like a gang. The bombs that they built blew themselves up more than
But didn't they eventually get what they want from all that violence?
I think they got like a ceasefire out of everything out of it. And out of the violence they did. But, a lot of that violence that the ARA did, a lot of it was on its own members, which was like,
wow.
I was like, I was kind of a little scary to find out.
But was it on purpose? On its own members?
So, they were being, the word I was looking for is occupied. So the northern part of Ireland, Northern Ireland is occupied by the UK.
Yeah.
And they would recruit members, and the UK knew that, so they'd have like their own special service in there, and they would do everything they could to try and like convince these other guys to be double agents, and then the other guys would try and do triple agents, but like they were killing their own guys that way. If people went into prison, a big thing, I'm not 100% through the book yet, but it's a lot of hunger strikes and stuff like that. And you have to like toe the line. Like there's these two sisters, the Price sisters. They went on a hunger strike and they almost died. Many people that were on the hunger strike did die. Wow. And the idea with a hunger strike is like, it's just like your last ditch effort of, fuck you to the man. And if you die, like essentially it's almost guaranteed that everybody's going to get pissed off and they'll just kill more people. But like even those sisters, they ended up living and got sent to another prison because they were doing their hunger strikes. So they would go to Northern Ireland. They ended up getting that. They went to Northern Ireland. Then they wanted them to do another hunger strike, and they said no. And ended up pissing off like the people who are in charge of the IRA. I mean, if you aren't towing the company line, so to speak, they'll kill you. If they think that you're gonna tattle on them, they're gonna kill you. They told the story of like one lady. There was a British soldier that was hurt in some sort of scuffle that happened outside, and it was a young man. He was a British soldier, 18, was like bleeding outside the house, and everybody just left him alone. They're just gonna let him die because everybody was scared to go into Northern Ireland to stop him. And a mother from the house who had a whole bunch of kids herself went outside and like cradled his head and like sung lullabies to him.
God.
And she went inside. They eventually abducted her and killed her.
Jesus
the IRA did.
Because she showed compassion.
Because she showed compassion. So so I'm talking, there's a book that I'm reading about the IRA. It's they took this book and they turned it into a TV show, which
I've started watching it. It was too depressing. I forget what it is, but yeah.
Dairy Girls.
No, actually, Dairy Girls is the funny version. They talked about that.
Is it the funny version of it?
So
have you
I
seen
know,
Dairy
right?
Girls?
No,
It's a
it wasn't.
comedy.
Okay.
It's a comedy about the troubles,
Okay.
but the name of the book and the TV show is called Say Nothing. It's on FX and Hulu. It's a limited
no, that's
series.
not it. I'm thinking
I
of
do
something else.
want to watch it, but I want to read get
Yeah,
done with the
yeah,
book
right,
first.
right.
John was asking if I had a plan, if like, shit comes to shit. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
my plan is to come here. I have no other plan. And like at this moment, I'm like, honestly, I'd rather die here than anywhere else.
You mean like in America?
In America, yes. Like I'm like, if it's gonna get that bad, then it is what it is. Like I live most of my life here, and if there's bloodshed, I hope it's for a reason, and I hope it'll be a good turning point. I hope it never gets to that point.
I
And
hope so.
there is glimmers of like the people organizing and people stepping up, and I'm hoping that each state will like protect their own. So I'm heavily hoping that Pritzker like steps up, and because he said he doesn't want Trump's army coming in here and causing bullshit. But I don't know if he could stop him. So I see that people are taking steps. I'm not depending on them. I'm not relying on them. I'm hoping there's hope still. So I'm not like doomsday prepping or anything, but it's not feeling good. I'm honestly, I am scared, but I don't know what else to do aside from protest and vote and make phone calls. Like nobody's telling me what else to do.
At this point, I mean, forever, I do not want violence. I never want to see
Yeah.
violence. I need that on the fucking record
Yeah.
because, yes, I have shit my mind out and been angry and said stupid things, but I don't want violence. 100%.
Yeah.
I don't see a way out without, unless we do a general strike.
I think
But even then,
Well, if you a general like anything where the people who are backing him, if they think they're not going to get money. So okay,
Rick and Morty had a great quote. How do you topple a government in one thing? You turn a 1 to a 0. Instantly, no one's paid anymore.
okay. So here's my other take against the general strike.
and by general strike, let's talk about what that looks like.
Everybody walks out of their
everybody
job.
Got
walks
it.
out. But
Everybody that has a
but
job
here's the
stops
thing.
working. Okay.
Everybody.
With AI and stuff like that.
Who's going to pick up the garbage?
Okay, who's going to pick up the garbage? Stuff like that. People will pick up the garbage. The thing is that half the money is like within in all of America, like half the money's with like 5 guys.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that we're really doing that's going to stop anything. It doesn't like really
Right,
matter.
right,
They already have
right.
all the money. In video games, like right now, I don't play video games as much, but this is kind of an analogy
Okay.
that I saw somebody doing and I'm extrapolating on it in my own head. In video games, you can play video games and they're free, right? You can get a video game on your phone. And it's free. You don't have to do anything. You can play it as much as you like. It's fun. But like there's things that you can do to make the video game fun as long as you pay money.
Yeah,
right.
right. It's called the freemium.
The freemium. Now, the way that those games work is they literally call them whales.
Yes.
Whales are the guys that will spend $50,000, $1 million to play a silly game.
Some of these people spend that per month.
That's
Yes.
insane.
So, but what occurs with that is that you exist in the world as essentially the non-player character for the people that actually get to play the game.
Yeah, right.
I see that kind of being the future, that we all kind of get to be free, but we're the non-player characters for the mega rich.
I think
to
we already are.
We already are.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, we already are.
It will be
More prevalent.
yeah, like a general strike. They're like,
Okay,
they
but
don't care. They already pay money to have the game for free. They can gallivant in outer space. It doesn't even matter.
okay, but
That's
they will run
disheartening.
out of food. Like, what if there's no grocery stores?
Because you can always pay someone.
You can always
to
pay
bring
someone.
them food. Yeah.
Yeah, America could burn. Like if America just turned into a like just the forest again, and Chicago was gobbled up by the wilderness, that's just a place for rich people to hunt. And as a matter of fact, if there's people that survive there, they'll just hunt the humans. which is dark as fuck. But
that's
like if you talk to like Peter Thiel,
That happened in
my
Yugoslavia
God.
during the war. During the Yugoslavian war,
They were hunting
they
humans?
were hunting humans. You paid a premium. People from America fucking came in, and you could choose if you wanted male or female and where you wanted to shoot them. Yeah.
What do you mean where
During
you
the
want?
Bosnian War, yeah.
What do you mean where they wanted to shoot?
Where?
them?
Like what city? Like you choose your favorite. So it was like a video game, but it was in real life.
is this in '97 you're talking about?
Yes.
In the late '90s, they were hunting humans.
Yes.
Jesus. Well, I didn't hear this, but
Yes.
Bosnian War.
Yeah.
I know the UN got involved in that war eventually. There is a couple movies that were about that one too. Well, that's some dark ass shit.
Yeah, no
And we
kidding.
know
Oh
that
my God! The
Yeah.
human
definitely
hunters of
There you go. Sarajevo. Yep. I bring all the good
wealthy
news.
foreigners paying to hunt civilians in besieged Sarajevo during the Bosnian War from 92 to 95.
Yeah. So, yeah, and it's not Pablo who's working at a factory down the road who's going to be doing this. It's going to be the people who are the non-player characters. So I don't think a general strike is really going to do much. I don't really think that it will. I think that they do kind of just want a lot of people wiped out. People will toe the line.
Of course they do.
There's like
Then-
already right now, there's 30% of the people that are like just totally willing to do
Then
whatever.
just fucking drop a bomb and get it over with. Why fucking torture us if that's the end goal? Seriously.
I don't know.
They could say it was from another country. How the fuck would we know?
Which is highly
that's
probable.
wagging the dog, and that's
Yeah.
highly, I think, what's going to happen.
They'll blame it on foreigners.
Yeah.
Highly.
A
And it
foreigner
will-
set off a nuke in
and it
New
will-
York. A
yes.
foreigner set off a nuke in Chicago. A
It
foreigner
will
set
not
off
be
a nuke in LA.
North Korea or Russia. It will be
Somebody
an
from the Middle
ally.
East. It'll be somebody who's an enemy of Israel.
Yeah. And
Yes.
we'll have another reason to start a full-on war.
And
So,
there it
yeah.
is.
You think that's the end goal?
Could you believe like we are like seriously talking about this shit?
No.
And it's fucking like
one
10
makes-
years ago. 10 years ago. This seems like it'd be a ridiculous conversation.
I would be laughing at this right now. I'd be
Yes.
like, these guys are QAnon bullshit.
The amount of stuff that has actually happened for real, it blows my mind that this is actually still and every day, like what fresh hell are we gonna have? Like every day it's something new.
The
and he's upping the
ultra-normalization.
ante.
It's not fake shit.
I know.
Like the past 4 years was just like ridiculous, crazy QAnon shit. Where
Yup.
you had to hear stories about Hunter Biden's laptop or JFK Jr. secretly coming back and controlling the country, and Jewish space lasers and all sorts of weather machines.
The weather machines, yeah.
Like,
Which,
we
by
had
the way,
to hear that, and it sounded fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it did.
So, like, when I'm talking now, I sound like a fucking crazy
Yes.
person, and it's fucking like, and that's the thing. It gets in your fucking head. You're like, this sounds all fucking crazy.
Yes.
right, because it
But
sounds
it
like the shit
sounds-
we made fun of.
But it also sounds
5 years ago.
probable based off of the past 8 months.
Highly.
If you wrote a movie script based on what's been happening the last 6 months, even everybody would fucking laugh because you couldn't make this shit up. Like this would not be happening.
See, the problem is it's not made up. This shit has been planned. This shit has been done to ad nauseum decades and decades and decades before this. They are following a fucking plan, but amplifying it to much bigger scale. It's not going to be as simple.
And I can't believe that there was an actual manual published that's saying that this is what's going to happen, and nobody fucking believes it, even when it's following the manual.
Yeah, all their leader
To
had to
a
say
T.
was, I don't have anything to do with that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
that was
that's
it.
it.
That was it.
The same people that wouldn't believe anything you say,
Yeah.
for some reason believe this guy.
Yep.
A known con man.
I don't
a
understand.
known convicted felon.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
fucking bananas.
It is. Well, what happened to his impeachment? Wasn't he impeached?
Twice.
Doesn't that mean he has to stop being president? I still don't understand that.
It's got to go through the Senate for it to fully
Oh,
happen. But
okay.
because the way the
And
in the
that's-
Constitution was written,
Right.
because all the slave-owning states wanted to make sure that they had a consolidating power, that's why the rule of 2 with the senators was
No
put into
shit.
place.
And
The
we can't change
3/5?
that? Are we
Yeah.
trying to
Oh,
change
we
that?
we can change anything we want, but it needs to be unified.
Yeah. And that's not going
Unless
to
it all
happen.
burns down and you start over.
Yeah.
Which in a way I think has already happened. So the way the original Constitution happened, we had the Articles. It was the Articles of Confederation was our first government, and
That's the first 10.
it
Gotcha.
was from 1776 all the way to 1886.
We had a different constitution.
We had a whole different constitution,
didn't
and
know
a
that.
bunch of guys, all rich people, former aristocrats, people who used to be part of the aristocracy. They just went in a room, they closed the doors, they didn't tell anybody what it was, and they wrote the Constitution. And they tried to quickly ratify it.
What?
They tried to quickly ratify it. It pissed a lot of people off. There was a lot of people writing in the media at that time. It was just newspapers where you had your Federalists and your Anti-Federalists, and they wrote back and forth, and they got pissed off. The only reason why we got the 10 amendments was because of the Anti-Federalists, because they were pissed off that bickety bam, like out of nowhere, a new constitution was written and nobody knew it was going to go on.
my
It was
God.
all based off of lies.
My God.
They made lies that the
Wow.
president was
Sounds
going to.
familiar.
They made lies saying that the president, John Jay, was going to sell the rights of the Mississippi River to the Spanish. Ridiculous shit that would never fucking happen. But they made up stuff to get people pissed off. There was uprisings because of the money lenders wanted to get their money paid back to them, because during the Revolutionary War, people went off to fight to the war for the rich people who didn't fight the war. The poor people did.
Right.
When they came back, they came to farms, but they still owed money on their loans. They still owed money on their land. They changed the currency to a paper currency.
Which their money no longer held anything, any
And then,
value.
and then some places made them pay in actual coinage, like actual gold and silver. Some places made them pay in a money currency that made no difference. And they were forcing people to pay it. And then there was huge uprisings everywhere. There was immediately put down by George Washington. Immediately. If you really want to know how they thought about you, the poor people fought to make sure the rich people didn't have to pay taxes. And when they rose up on their own during the Whiskey Rebellion and stuff like that, they were immediately slaughtered
by U.S. soldiers.
By U.S. soldiers.
Holy shit.
So all of this stuff happened. Now we call these people the Founding Fathers.
Oh my God.
That's how our Constitution happened. They don't talk about it ever.
This is not something I learned in school.
They don't talk about any of the rebellions that happened in America. You look at
I only heard about the Civil War.
people hear about the Civil War.
Yeah.
They hear about Kent State, but the Battle of
You don't
Blair
hear about-
Mountain
you
is
don't hear-
fucking mind blowing.
You don't hear about any of the Whiskey Rebellions. You don't hear about John Brown.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
The Battle of Blair Mountain is mind numbing. It is the most casualties from a rebellion outside the Civil War.
When was this?
Right after World War I.
What happened?
There was a coal miners who were rising up and saying, we want equal, we want rights,
Yeah.
Days off and
Yeah.
better pay.
Yeah.
And they said, no, fuck you. So they kind of took over, the thing and said, we're protesting. They stole trains and everything else. And a lot of these guys were World War I veterans. So the president called in the National Guard
Slaughtered them all.
and slaughtered
Shut
them. It was a 5-day war.
Ludlow Massacre you can throw in there as well.
yeah.
What?
Oh, look up. Go on Wikipedia and look up U.S. rebellions
No,
or
thank
U.S.
you. I'm already depressed enough.
All
but
of
holy
them.
Shit.
All of them.
Yeah. Look up the bonus army. Look up the bonus army.
All of them end with the U.S. military killing U.S. citizens.
So fucking unbelievable.
What's the bonus army? Walk us
Bonus
through.
army was after the veterans of World War I were told that they were going to get a bonus, but they had to wait 20 years for them to get it. The Great Depression was going on. They needed that money sooner than later. So they ended up peacefully protesting by camping out on the lawn in Washington, D.C. And a young Patton and MacArthur just rolled in and shot women and children and veterans right there in downtown Washington, D.C.
Shut up.
Those are now our World War II heroes.
These are the people that we iconize. They
Oh
are
my God, that's sick.
But
heroes.
they don't talk about those things. They don't talk about any of the bad stuff.
Oh my God.
Dude, I didn't learn about the Japanese internment camps until way later.
Yeah, they
in
don't
my
teach
life.
about it. And I'm sure like we literally we're sending people off to camps in South America. They have now one in Uganda that they wanted to send the new guy to. They got the one in Florida. And I'm sure in other red states, they're going to start building camps. And I'm sure it's going to start with.
Well, now that they get their extra money from the big, beautiful bill.
You do know that's our money.
Yeah,
That's $150 billion. The U.S. Marine Corps. 170 billion. The U.S. Marine Corps only get 50.
It is the highest paid enforcement in the world.
Yeah, off of something. It's a made up thing. It's a made up thing. There's no army of people taking over.
Yeah, and it's going to go against our citizens. It's like
yes, that's
Jesus.
what
They already
they're doing. They are
It's
creating.
only going to get worse. We're only 7 months in.
Yes,
It's fucking crazy. And the thing that's craziest is you can't talk about any of this in public, or people will fucking freak out. People just they freak out. They don't want you to talk about it.
Because it's so fucking scary. Like Jason tries talking to me about it, and sometimes I have to stop him because like I legit feel scared because I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So it's like all you're doing is creating more fear inside me and like more anxiety, and then I can't function. So and I hate to be like, oh no, don't tell me the bad things because I want to know, but I don't know what to do about it, and that's the scary part. There's no steps.
It's crazy that like you'll tell people, and like again, I feel like a fucking crazy person that I say this stuff.
Absolutely.
But all of these things are things that have happened in the past, and it's the shit that's being mobilized and it's happening right now. There's a high potential for this to occur based off of who's currently in administration and what's been happening in the past. And it's crazy that you talk to somebody and bad shit happens and then make the fucking the surprise Pikachu face. What? I never heard. What do you mean?
yeah, right.
yeah.
This episode got really dark.
It did.
Okay.
You guys want to talk about something fun?
Yeah, let's talk
don't
about something
invite me
fun.
on anymore.
Most of the time, it's very back and forth. But like hearing your story and like actually hearing what that's like, what it's like under a regime that does not give a shit about its people, and constantly pretends like it does, is fucking haunting.
Yeah. The other thing I remember too, I don't know why this just came to me, that you had to carry an ID since you were like at 14, you got your government ID. And if you ever got stopped for any reason without it, immediately you would go to jail.
That is what they are doing right now in DC.
Okay, so I didn't even know that. I just wanted to mention that.
They are trying to force people to show your ID. And it is law. You do not have to. It is law.
Especially if you're not breaking the
Now
law.
we
Why the
have
fuck?
federal troops enforcing it. And fucking the people on the right.
Dude, the National Guard was designed to make a border around America and look outward.
Yeah.
They are now making a border, looking inward, and marching in.
Yeah.
That is what our U.S. government is doing.
Okay, now officially change subject because I'm going to go pee, and you can leave the mic on, but I don't think I want to come back to this depressing table anymore.
I know.
Welcome to Buttertown.
Oh my God.
That right there. If we ever do an advertisement, I want that right there. Talk about whatever the fuck you want to, but I'm not coming back to the show.
Well, I mean, there's also the idea that if Palantir really is turned all the way up to 11, they'll just memorize this entire script and they'll be coming for us.
Without a doubt.
And it's, again, I sound like a fucking crazy person,
No.
but it's there. It's a thing that exists. They already use Palantir in other countries. And all they have to do is say, oh, we totally don't use it on our own country.
And there it is.
Do.
Then you're fine. Then you're in the clear. It's the rampant lying.
And I'll go back to what we were talking about in the beginning. When we played those games when we were a little kid.
Yeah.
Everybody just kind of played them. They always went along. Sometimes you did a thing. Sometimes you assume another person did a thing, but you don't know what everybody else is thinking. Do people really think that you're light as a board and stiff as a feather? I just said that wrong.
Lighted, yeah.
We got to bring some comedy back to this.
I like as soon as the woman leaves, we lighten up and become boys again. No, but I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, I think we definitely have a episode title. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it.
Light as a feather. Or no, light as a board,
Light
stiff as a feather.
as a board, stiff as a feather.
Let's talk about
So
failure.
you actually had notes.
Yeah.
God, like what you want to talk about failures? What do you define as failure, John?
Actually, no. Let's not talk about this.
I don't want to talk about this
Let's
anymore.
not talk about this.
That topic right there is a failure.
Let's talk about that is a failure. Let's talk about what could happen out of this.
Out of the current regime
Yes. Let's talk of like the
bullshit?
positive things that could happen.
the positive things.
I
that
think
can
right
happen.
now we're in a time when we have AI, genetics, and AI genetics and like sustainable practices, like be able to like fully harness the sustainable energy, like green technologies.
Yeah.
That we are like right on the edge of like a positive new revolution. Like we are so like it feels like something worth fighting for. That like we could be in a spot where we can solve and cure cancer, or at least grow grow new organs to like have a healthier world. We are in a spot where we can get rid of fossil fuels and actually have a cleaner world.
Right.
We are in a spot where AI possibly could help things out, you know, and have a more efficient, real, better world.
I've been thinking about this for a long time. We have the ability to use a tool set that is literally at our fingertips to run countless, endless, infinitum fucking tests. In like you create the parameters, feed the data, feed the information, and say test this on XYZ, blah blah blah, until it is solved and proved, and it can do it in. Or at least 10 hours.
Or at least a resilient resilient design.
Yes. And we have the ability to do that, and yet all we're doing is making pictures of ducks with tits. We are not utilizing this fucking tool set that is going to catastrophically change the way the world works. AI is going to destroy so many careers, so many livelihoods, so many fucking avenues of study.
Or it can enhance careers.
Now, it definitely can. Every new technology that has ever come out has been terrifying, right? The internet came out. Oh my God, it's going to destroy everything. People can just look up their fingertips and learn the information. They can watch a video at the thing. Of course it does. But it's going to create tenfold what we lost.
Remember they said like it would destroy the music industry?
Yes.
I would argue it made it bigger.
It made
crazier.
it better because now we have more diversity. We have people at home making shit that we've never fucking conceived of.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
I agree.
Take the fucking power out of the people in power and give it to the fucking masses. That's right. And that's the future I see with AI. We're going to see fucking cool shit.
I wonder if,
but
are we, I mean, is what we're seeing the last gasp of a technology that knows a disruptive and better way of life is occurring and they're trying to exist? Is that what this is? Like, I mean, it is kind of funny that it's like a baby boom, an aging, out of touch baby boomer, making like weird bullshit, like post World War II decisions. You know, like he's in Alaska acting like he's at Yalta. You know, it's just ridiculous shit, and the world knows it's ridiculous. People are pretending it's not. Everybody knows, even Fox News, they know this is fucking ridiculous. Is this just the last gasp and we're all just freaking out? And then possibly, maybe, this is just the last bullshit before maybe something really, really better.
I mean, yes, I honestly do.
There might be a fight for it.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a fight for it.
But I think like there's like something really fucking cool on the
Yes.
other side of this rainbow.
Yes.
That the technology is right there.
Hilda and I were talking earlier today. It's like the world, life in general, is a pendulum. It's ebb and flow. It's yin and yang. There is push and pull. We are going through so much turmoil right now, so much fear, whether it be political, cultural,
It's not
or
real
technological.
yet. When we see like if like when you start seeing bodies stacked as tall as houses, like that's turmoil. Right now, it's the
I get
fear.
it.
It's
I
the
get
fear
it.
of turmoil.
It's the fear of turmoil. Yes. Okay. I acknowledge that. I do. But there's always the yin. There's always the ebb. There's always the push. And I do think something is going to come out of this that is going to be grandifucking-os. And if you want to go back to what we were talking about earlier, like months ago about the fourth turning, I do see an outside. I do see another side after the fourth turning, back to the first. But I don't know how long it's going to be. And I don't know as you said, bodies stacked as high as houses, the horrors that the world is going to witness, whether that be physical horrors, mental horrors, psychological, career, whatever. We're going to see a cascade that the human earth has never seen before.
Again. Because this is, yeah, if the turnings are real, and maybe it's just like a terminology for this type of stuff happening.
Right.
If the turnings are real, this will be, yeah, we're on the precipice of something. You just have to live your way through it. It's I have no patience for the people who don't want to pay attention. It's so fucking frustrating for the people who are making it okay, or the people who are pretending like it's not happening.
It's not happening. Right. Like, what's the problem? I had to stop following WGN News on Facebook because the comments of people who live in my community who are just so blind. They're like, we welcome the troops to Chicago. That place is a hellhole.
I wonder if those people are even real.
And you think they're bots?
Do we have any way of knowing?
I'm sure a crafty person can crack into fucking DNS servers and whatever else.
But that's not likely.
It's unlikely.
So people are really that dumb.
Well, I think people are that dumb.
I mean, to invite federal troops, like there was a time when like
I don't understand.
There was a time when both the left and the right like objectively thought like, yeah, federal troops on soil just
Bad
like,
idea.
Occupying was a bad idea.
So
And the people who on the left who are pretending like it's not happening, and the people on the right who are openly welcoming it, I just don't fucking get it. I don't get it.
The apathy and the blindness is disgusting. I agree. But what's going to happen? Like I do see the opposite side of the fence, right? But what's going to happen to all the people who welcomed torture, who welcomed evil?
I don't think anything.
Well, that's the problem for me. That's a giant problem for me.
So in Germany, they hunted people down.
They hunted them down and put them through brainwashing, what's the word for it? Denazification. They actually deprogrammed them from the shit that they were told that they believed, you know? And they were made to feel small. They were made to feel insignificant.
They made them stack the bodies.
Yeah, like which I don't think is a bad idea. Like, I listened to that whole thing you sent me. I even used some of it in a song. And I was like, this all makes sense. And then they got to the ending part where it's like, well, obviously that's not going to work today. It's going to be this way. And I'm like, oh, I see your point that it needs to be more so, because what she was hypothesizing in the video was that these people, the MAGA, are way farther gone than Nazi sympathizers, which is a weird thing to say out loud.
Because they know better?
I mean, they fucking should, but she said in that video, their brains aren't just, yes, we are going along with this. They're like, no, we wholeheartedly believe this. And that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's like when I was asking the questions of Hilda, I was like what happened like after the fall? And what does that look like?
That's what I was wondering too.
And I don't know. Like you have the choice to, yeah, I don't want to fight.
No,
I don't want
of course not.
violence. I don't want any of this to happen.
No.
It is crazy that the fact that we're even having these conversations is fucking crazy to me.
Dude, I as much as I appreciate these conversations, I honestly feel wonderful that we can talk about it. But I miss the days when it was just like, dude, what did you watch this week?
I know. But like it occupies your thoughts, it's scary.
It is.
I mean, I do get to veg out a little bit. Like on weekends, I get to hang out with Heather.
That's nice. John, we make the path before us just because we need to navigate waters that might be out of control. It's still our control in order to take control of the out of control. John, what did you watch this week?
I've been watching 30 Rock a bunch.
Have you really?
Yeah. I think it's
shit.
like the last of that group of shows.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I think we're in like the 4th season right now.
Have you watched them all already?
No.
This is your first run through?
Yes.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I've seen everything. I've seen the whole block. I've seen Parks and Rec. I've seen The Office. I've seen Community. All of them multiple times each.
Yeah.
30
But
Rock
30 Rock was not it.
30 Rock was like the last one.
What about IT Crowd? Because I honestly, like, it's weird that I put IT Crowd in that group, but I highly do. I put it in the same realm.
Is it British humor? I guess like Spaced is good.
Spaced is fucking fantastic, but I wouldn't put Spaced in that group. IT Crowd, wholeheartedly I would. And I think there are some British things, but most of it's not. I think most of it's universal.
I need to watch things I don't need to watch things. I like watching things that I can watch with Heather. And like, this is something that we can watch together. And I've been able to get her to watch these things because
that's cool.
Like I've been able to piggyback. Like it all started with The Office.
Of
like,
course.
you should try The Office. And then once she liked that one, I've been able to convince her to the next one or the next one. So it's always nice to have those things. I don't know what to watch after 30 Rock.
IT Crowd. Dude, it's short. There's 4 seasons. I think 4 seasons, 6 episodes each.
I really I'm excited to watch the ending of, what the hell is that called? Of Stranger Things. I just want it to be done with. These kids are like 40 years old.
I'm so bored.
I am too, but I'm a completionist when it comes to these things, and I just
course.
want it done with. The thing that I really, really want to watch, I want to see the new Toxic Avenger so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Me too.
In theater. It has to happen in theater.
I like that it's not Troma who's doing it.
Isn't it produced by Troma though?
I mean, it's being distributed. The rights are owned. The copyright is Troma, but it's not Troma doing the production.
There's so many huge names in this. I love it. Peter Dinklage is going to be the best Toxie ever.
God, he's going to be amazing.
So some of the trailers and stuff, it's perfect. Like it's the greatest thing you could do for a trailer. They're not showing anything.
The teasers?
They're showing the reactions of people watching it. And I'm I've got to see this. So it's got to be like so incredibly gross. You just see people being grossed out.
Yeah, that's been done a lot. In film theory, it is said that the reaction is vastly more important than the action. So if you see a car crash in a movie, yeah, it happens. Whatever happens on screen, if someone dies or injured, it sucks. But if you get a car crash and then you cut to someone seeing the car crash, that's the more visceral feeling.
It's much more emotional.
It's far more emotional. And literally you do that to tell your audience, this is how you should feel.
It wasn't the death of the soldier, but the mother falling on the front porch.
Bingo. Perfect analogy.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm going to use that one in class. Because the reaction shot is so perversely important.
That is like one of the most devastating scenes I think ever.
Right.
I honestly, I don't think I know anything more powerful than that. That was like, burned in my head because that's what I thought when I was in Iraq. It's like, God, I don't want my mom to do that.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
So 30 Rock.
So 30 Rock. Yeah.
Dude, Tracy Jordan is a fucking genius in that show.
He's very funny. Jenna Maroney, she's okay. I like
she
her
plays
way
it
more.
right, though.
So, okay, I will add Kimmy
Maroney.
I will add Kimmy Schmidt to that group.
Oh, I would not.
I love the Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I love it.
Loved season 1.
Dude, they're amazing. And it's Titus makes all of it. It's incredible.
Without a doubt.
Titus is amazing. And speaking of Titus, Kenneth easily is I love Kenneth.
Kenneth the
He
Page.
is the best. So I'm not done with it yet, but they've now said it twice now that Kenneth is going to run everything when it's done. Don't ruin anything. But I'm like, Kenneth is going to run NBC by the time the show's ended.
Are you following his backstory? They sprinkle it really lightly.
There are some amazing shit like he's got sister that ran away. Something about, oh my God, when they had to do the drinking contest with all the workers, and he's like, oh, mountain mint juice. Oh, I've been drinking this since I was a baby. And he starts chugging it. Yeah, he sounds like he's like a super hick.
Did you hear his birthday yet?
No.
Okay.
Or if they did, I don't remember.
Yeah, then that's the thing is I think I picked up on shit the second watch through. The first watch, I was like, oh, that was a weird comment. And then there's a fucking arc. If you actually follow it, there's theory groups.
Is this the story of Kenneth? Is this like with the office of the Strangler, the Scranton Strangler?
Yeah, like you'll yes. I don't want to. Eventually, she hasn't watched Office yet, and if you.
I'll forget. Go ahead.
Oh, fair enough. Yes, I high-heartedly, wholly believe that Toby was the Scranton Strangler.
Yeah.
No question. Everything pointed to it. Everything fucking pointed to it too well.
Could have also been Creed, though.
Well, I mean, Creed would, I think he'd say something.
Oh.
Yeah, Creed's just a weirdo.
Yeah.
Bo Body. But Kenneth the Page, his backstory is so fucking bizarre that it's supernatural.
Yes, he does not seem of this world.
Yes. That's where it goes.
Really?
And they just drop nuggets.
He's not going to be an alien,
and
is he?
there. No. There can be only one.
All right, we'll see.
Anyway.
Was he born on December 25th?
No, I don't think he's Jesus. The Kurgan, if that helps.
No.
There can be only one.
Highlander?
He's basically the fucking Highlander.
No way.
Anyway.
All right.
But it's such a fucking, I love that kind of shit. Like that's the kind of shit I wanted to do with Half Heart Headache so bad was to like just sprinkle in all this stuff. So when it hits, it's like, what? And then just have all the bizarre shit happening in the background and the foreground was just common day bullshit.
I would love to do the web comic again.
Me too.
That would be so much fun. That takes up
But
too
it's
much
time.
That is a lot of time.
Dude, the comics were taking me 8 hours per strip. I can't do it.
It's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. And that's why I was cutting back to like 3 a week and then 2 a week and then 1 a week. And then I was like, I still can't fucking do it. Like it cut into work and I couldn't keep up.
Yeah, even if you did like a weekend, like that's a good chunk of a whole day on a weekend.
Oh yeah. It's no bueno.
I've been collecting tools in my garage to start
Have
making
you?
stuff. Yeah. I just picked up a bandsaw a little while ago that I just assembled.
What's a bandsaw?
That's
That's probably the least man thing I can ask.
It's a saw blade, but the blade is it's a band, like a big, like almost like a rubber band. I mean, it's not stretchy or anything.
What do you do with it?
You cut wood.
Well, one would ascertain, but like how, like you fucking, both of you are assholes. Thank you, peanut crowd. But like, what's the, what's the point of it?
It's like a constantly moving blade.
Okay.
It's not like a reciprocating saw, goes back and forth.
Yeah.
This is just a constantly spinning blade.
But like a table saw, it can be a constantly spinning blade.
No, it's like a band that spins and it's a real thin blade. So you can make more like
like precise cuts.
You can make more precise cuts where it's like with a band or with a table saw, like you're going to be ripping sheets of lumber, like chopping. Like you have chop saws, you have which is to cut like dimensional lumber mostly, like 2x4s and stuff like that to length. Your bands or your table saw is going to be used to cut strips of things, like ripping wood, cutting things down, cutting sheet goods. Band saws is like to make smaller, more craft stuff.
Oh,
so your craft stuff is going to be your band saw, your reciprocating saw. The next thing, I would really like to get a drill press sooner than later. Drill press would be a good one.
is that the thing that like crushes?
No, the drill press is a drill. It always goes down.
Yeah,
At a certain angle. It always goes straight down. So, you know, you're going to have like real precise drilling.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I would like to get a drill press. And then there's an oscillating sander.
Oh, I don't know why
sander,
I
would like
love sanders.
Oscillating sander is really cool because it spins, but it also moves up and down at the same time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So because it moves up and down at the same time and spins, like it really removes a lot of wood, like real quick. You can do real sculptural things with it.
Oh,
I've created sculptures with the oscillating.
No shit.
Sander that we had at the SIU.
Sounds like an old person's way of 3D printing.
It's an old school way. Yeah. I mean, it'd be neat to get like I don't know, like I'd like to get a 3D printer, or actually 3D printer would be the least that I would want. I would get a laser cutter.
Laser cutter. Yep.
Or I would get like an F1 laser, like the fiber laser.
I've looked into this shit.
That'd be really cool. And then I just saw a printing with like a UV printer. I didn't even know what the shit that was.
The fuck's a UV printer?
With the UV printer,
I mean, it's light.
You could do like layers of paint, rapid layering of paint.
On what?
It's the stuff that on anything.
Like a baby?
I don't know if it's even paint. Like, I don't know what's being applied, in all honesty.
I mean, is it like an inkjet where it's like heated fucking
It might
tone?
be. It might be like an inkjet where like it sprays it down and then the UV hardens it.
Okay.
Because the way that I've seen is they paint, but you can paint in 3D. It's cool looking.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Look up a UV printer.
Okay.
UV printer. It's really neat looking.
Yeah.
And I guess they've been incredibly expensive because they're like huge format.
Oh, gotcha.
So now they have like craft ones.
I was gonna say like the Cricut changed a lot of shit for people, man.
I would like a Cricut too. Again, like I've always done everything old school. There's just X-Acto blade. And my professors always loved me because everybody else would line up to do to use the laser cutter. And I was just like, I'm cutting this shit out. I would just like listen to heavy metal and
hell yeah,
just cut shit out. And I just did it all by hand.
Yeah, that's fucking cool. I went on a rabbit hole of the laser cutters. I was like, maybe I could afford this. What the fuck am I gonna do with it? I just want to like make like art.
I would like to do laser cutters to make like, I don't know. I have this. I would like to be able to mix architecture with it. So I'd love to do like cat houses, bird houses, or even like I have an idea of doing like just a wildlife house in general.
Oh, I love that.
To make like large, cool looking like concrete tubes for like raccoons to be in.
Hell yeah. Like
that.
Safety places.
Yeah, because right now I have an entire family of raccoons that live in my yard.
Oh no,
they're big and they all live in a big log. The whole family lives in one big log. And I know eventually that thing's gonna go because we have to put a retaining wall in eventually. And I think where that thing is, it's gonna be okay, but like eventually it's gonna go. But you know, if they're gonna go back to that area, and we lost 9 trees, so I don't know how many animals lost their home when we lost all those trees.
Right.
So I don't know. I thought it'd be cool to like build like an insulated concrete tube that looks cool in my yard. It's a sculptural thing, and that, you know, fucking let raccoons live in there. I don't care.
Dude, that's what I've wanted to do my whole life is I wanted to create like a little sanctuary for wildlife.
We got the thing in your yard. I don't know if you have any I don't know if you have any like design issues with stuff with your community.
We got an HOA.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah. But if it's art and they don't know about anything else, that's
the thing. Like I would Usually, a lot of the time you can get away with a lot of stuff if people can't see it. I don't know. I haven't looked in your HOA.
I'll look
I
into
don't
it.
know if you're ever interested.
I am, but to a degree, I need to be able to afford it and not encroach on Maggie's safety.
Yeah. I mean, with this, it would just be like, it'd be wood forms and concrete. And I don't know. It's not like,
I have a place for it, so
it is not super hard to do these things.
see, you say that, but I've been holding off on putting shelves up in my office for 7 months now. I bought the 3x4, 3/4 inch wood. I'm very proud of myself, but I need to cut it and I don't know how. So I was thinking just taking a scalpel and just slowly, or a sander, just cutting it with a sander.
No, you want to chop saw.
Screwdriver?
Is it a 2x4 or is it
No,
like
it's
a sheet?
it's a 2x4. Like it is 2 feet by 4 feet piece of flat board that I got to cut up into different lengths.
So you're going to want to have a table saw.
Okay, where do I go to have that done?
To have it done?
Well, because I don't have a table saw and I'm not going to buy one. I don't have a room for it.
They cut it at the store to size.
They'll charge you $1 a cut,
Oh, well, I don't mind that. As long as it's done right.
and it won't be.
Okay, so that's the problem.
Yeah, they're not going to make it like to an exact cut. Like they'll do like 1 or 2 cuts.
Oh.
They're not going to ask.
No, I need it
do
pretty
the whole thing.
precise.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a table saw.
Oh, no, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having it. I would love to have one. I don't have room. I have
I'll
no
buy
place
one
to
and
put
then
it.
you just bring it over to my house.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
It gives me a reason to buy a table saw.
Oh, is that why you I'm sure Heather's going
I
to
would
love me.
Are you kidding me? Like, I would love to have all these tools. I've been just kind of slowly buying them. I haven't had a house forever. And I always have to make things at other people's houses. And
I've had to do that. We cut beadboard and running board, the baseboard. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
At my dad's house and brought it back to Elgin because we had no tools. Everything was wrong. Every single piece was off. That was disheartening.
yeah, doing baseboard is hard, especially if it's like a like if it's a curved baseboard. You have to use a coping saw to do that.
Oh, good.
Did you have a coping
No,
saw?
fuck no.
And doing it with a coping saw is hard. That's an art form. Did you just cut it at a 45-degree angle? You did,
Yes.
didn't you? Yeah, that doesn't work.
Yeah, no shit. And the beadboard everything was different. Every fucking one was different sizes. Stupid.
So if you go to the best way to do it is just go to Harbor Freight Tools
Okay.
and just buy the cheapest fucking thing they have.
And then do what with it?
You use it.
And then do what with it?
Obviously, you need it because this is isn't the first time.
Where am I going to put it?
You have a whole house.
Okay, nothing can come down here. This is where I work.
How big do you think a table saw is?
Explain this to me.
Table saw. I mean, it's not huge. A table saw is. You see the size of that bin right there?
Yes.
It's smaller than that.
Okay, where do I put it?
Wherever the fuck you want to.
But I don't want to put it anywhere in my garage. There is no room for it. Where do I put it?
Then you don't. Then you just don't get to do what you want.
Well, good.
Then no day is going to be whatever Jay wants day. Then that's the life you live in your little shitty inflexible world.
I'm coming to all the shows.
Raise your glass, Buttertown, and listen in to the girl who lived where the walls had ears, where the lights went out and the truth went thin and the party line ran on fear. Shout commie at the weather when you see a teacher sign, but she queued for milk at midnight with a ration for the line. Security at the door if you spoke your mind, so miss me with the talking points and supermarket lies. She watched a leader statue swallow up the sun, while the papers told a fairy tale of glory never done. If your strongman needs a choir just to sell you what he spun, that is not freedom, friend, that is worship of the one. Words can be honest or sharpened like knives. You can save your neighbor or you can sell their lives. Not that red, not that red, learn the meaning first. Red lines are not healthcare and fear will quench your thirst. Read a page, check a source, let your brain do work. We want dignity for everyone, not power for a church. Not that red, stop the empty chants. If
on every single wall. Posters, parades, and a hotline for your call. Turn your neighbor into evidence and watch the hammer fall. That is real control, not a pride flag in a hole. Book bands smell familiar, history repeats. When the loudest liar promises the only thing you need. If kindness is your enemy and cruelty your creed, then you are not a patriot, you're planting poison seed. If love looks dangerous to your TV guide, maybe that is just your fear afraid to die. Not that red, not that red, learn the meaning first. Bread lines are not healthcare and fear will quench your thirst. Read a page, check a source, let your brain do work. We want dignity for everyone, not power for a church. Not that red, not that red, stop the empty chance. If your freedom needs a scapegoat, that is not romance. Raise a hand, raise a voice, keep your neighbors fed. From Bucharest to Buttertown, truth is what we spread. What is real control? Curfews, queues, and whispered names. Who profits from the roll? The cult that rigs the game. What breaks a lion's spell? Books, compassion, courage said. Oh, we choose neighbors over idols and a future over dread. No more boogeymen in cable-colored suits. No more slogans dressed as history, just the root. She brought the map, we brought the room. Now walk it with us and make some room. Not that red, not that red, learn the meaning first. Bread lines are not healthcare and fear will quench your thirst. Read a page, check a source, let your brain do work. We want dignity for everyone, not power for a church. Not that red, not that red, turn the fever down. Build a town with open hands, not a bunker underground. Raise a hand, raise a voice, keep your neighbors fed. From Bucharest to Buttertown, truth is what we spread.